Good evening, everyone. Hope we're going well. Been a busy day. So we'll get stuck into some of these questions. What do we got here? So Will Bite, thank you very much, mate, for the super chat there. Choose Bales. So 1, Hardiman to Tyro, Merritt to Nasai, Rankin to Josh Dacos. 2, Hardiman to McCarthy or Rouston, Merritt to Nasai or Dacos, and Rankin to Horn-Francis or Darcy. If to which players? I would go number 1. I'd go number 1. I'd do the downgrade. And then Merritt, Rankin, depending on what your team's looking like. Because I really like Dacos, Josh Dacos this week, that is. And you can get McCarthy next week. So I'd go that. Oh, hang on. Or 3. Stone to Rouston. Or McCarthy. Hardiman to McKercher. Merritt. I like number 3 better, actually, doing that one. I'd go 3. I'd do that. Can you do Stone to Tyro, Hardiman to McKercher, Merritt to Dacos? If you can do that, I'd look at that instead. But if you can't, go get McCarthy. I'd get McCarthy over Rouston just because McCarthy's more likely to play next week for you. So I'd go number 3, Will, and I'd go Tyro if you can, but if not McCarthy, then Hardiman to McKercher, Merritt to Dacos. That would be what I'd do. Tyro or May tonight, says Sean. I'd go Tyro if you've got the cash. I think May's the guy that if it's going to be difficult conditions, he could score a 20. The buys this week, then they get a few guys back. He could be out the team, and then he's not there. So I'm not going for May. But I'm actually going for like an RGL Dolan or someone over May, just because I want someone a bit better. But yeah, I'd go Tyro. I can't get Tyro, unfortunately. Kobe Pember, Levi Ashcroft out. Do I get in Horn-Francis, Darcy, or Warner? I would go Sam Darcy this week, Kobe. I told my son 100% Joyce Horn-Francis, but he wants an unbiased opinion. Will, I personally... Oh, yeah, cool. Yeah, I would go Sam Darcy out of those guys. I think Horn-Francis just a little bit of smoke around, like, is he going to play or not? I know Port have said they're hopeful he's going to play, but yeah. Moonboy, let's go. Big night for fantasy. Yes, it is, mate. Plenty of players playing. A lot of VC shouts as well, so we'll keep smashing these questions. Matt Haybales, who would you trade out of Kako and Loman? Current trades are Walsh to Jackson, Kako to Liddy, and Hardiman to McKercher. Could trade out Loman instead and get anyone under 309k. No, I'd go Kako over Loman. Would you go Brayshaw VC tonight into a Baz, Bont, Dale Kenny, or Baz into one of the doggies? Yeah, this has been the question I've been debating all night. I'm currently Baz VC into Bont, but... yeah, Brayshaw's probably in for a good game as well. So Brayshaw could easily go big. As I said, I'm going Baz tomorrow night just because I want access to the number 1 player in the game, and I like the Richmond matchup better for Bont than the Brayshaw matchup tonight. But a lot of people will be scared off of Bont now, so the safer play probably is going Brayshaw into Baz, but I'm going Baz into Bont. So it's a tough one though. Lee Everett, hey, Bales, for my trades this week, I've gone Kako to Tyro, Simpkin, Horn-Francis, and Fraser to Butters. Is that a tick? Yep, ticks for me. Yep, they work. Kobe players, I consider putting the VC on tonight. Brayshaw, Merritt, Sarong, Martin. I wouldn't do Merritt with the potential tag with Wagner. Martin, probably not tonight. But yeah, Brayshaw or Sarong. Go Brayshaw out of those guys if you're looking at anyone there. End up going Nick Martin over Brayshaw. Scared Brayshaw might get tag. I don't think he will. I'd go Brayshaw over Nick Martin. Kyle Mann, lads, who would you choose from Jackson, Horn-Francis, Darcy? Definitely. Which two? Definitely Jackson, and I'd go Darcy over Horn-Francis this week for the matchup. Matt, which trades sound better? Walsh to Jackson, Hardiman to McKercher, and Kako to a 270k Rook, or Hardiman to Tyro, Foss to McKercher, bang 44k, and potentially Luke Clark with Tyro. I would go probably number 1. But I don't love just the random sort of 270k Rook. Unless you can get another position, then go maybe like a Liddy who doesn't have a bye coming up. Luke Jack's probably, but looking at last year's stats where he had single rut dues, he still is capable of throwing out low 70s. That floor scares me. But he hasn't got... so he got injured in a game, and then another game he had low game time. Every other game he's gone over 90 this year, which is crazy. And he's up against the debutant ruck. So I think he's going well tonight. Should we wait a week on Tyro and see what his role is, says Matt? You can wait a week. Yeah, you don't have to get him this week. A lot of people are looking for a forward Rook, so you might have to go this week. Copan, but I'm ranked in the 8 to 12k range for most of the season. A reason is I made some bad calls. Can't bring myself to trade Bont in after that performance. I just can't, says Moonboy. Sneaky Fusion was very lucky. Wasn't expecting that from him at all. Whitfield or Dale only have 2 round 16 bye players. You go Dale, Calum. Whitfield's got a bye coming up. You still want the extra score next week. Lee Everett. Yep, cool. Daniel Joyce. Should I get the Horn Man back? Pryor ain't no friend of mine. You can. I've just probably looking at other options this week, just with the shoulder concern. Ryan Morty. Leave Ashcroft to Horn Francis. Clark to Darcy and Clary to Butters, or Ashcroft to Jackson. Angus Clark to Jackson, and Archer Daywicks to a rookie. I'd go number 1 because I'm not sure, because Hugh Jack's been dropped, so I don't know. You can't go him. Tony Ford, VC Brain to Baz, or Baz into Bont Kennedy. As I said, I'm currently on Baz to Bont because I've just had a feeling about Bont all week, but Brayshaw should be pretty good tonight, so you could go Brayshaw into Baz. You could even go Brayshaw into Bont if you wanted to skip Baz, but I probably don't want to skip Baz. Evening Bale says, "Me boy, good day, mate. Hope you're going well. Louis O'Leary, I need help, Bales, for my final trade. Do I go Merritt to Jackson or Rankin to Darcy, or 230k rookie to Liddy?" I would go. I'd love to do Rankin to Jackson. That would be my ideal play if you can somehow do that. But if you can't, it's probably Rankin to Darcy to get the extra player this week. Unless you're really, really heavy next week, then maybe Merritt to Jackson. Tyro or May tonight, Bales? I go yes. Sean will go Tyro. Hey, Val says, "Roller, good day, mate. Moonboy, good evening, all legends in the chat. Merritt or Dacos? Merritt to Dacos or Bont?" I'm probably going Bont Moonboy, but I really like both. Con Rosie FX, Horn France or Darcy? I'm going Darcy. Thanks for doing the stream, mate. You're a dead set legend. Thanks, Daniel, mate. Very happy to do a stream. Appreciate the kind words. Conditions aren't that bad. Barely any rain, says Alexander. I'm just worried about the ground being a little bit chopped up from the state of origin last night. That's the only thing. Taco Man, hey, Bales, was wondering if it's Colby over Zach Johnson. No, you got to get Zach Johnson. Get Zach Johnson, Taco. I'd get both if you can. But yeah, go Johnson this week. Moonboy, I missed the old men of Rewalt. Have John O'Brien, Buddy, can Darcy be this type of guy, tired of mid only forward line? Yeah, he potentially could be. Yep, for sure. Jack, haven't got Bont, so what's the VCC option? I got Kennedy. If you don't have Bont, I'd go Brayshaw VC into Baz, or Baz into Kennedy, one of those two. Hi, lads. Quick question. Levi Ashcroft's out. Crap, where was it? Hang on. Let me just want to see if there's been any... where was I? Levi Ashcroft is out. Do I get in number 1 Darcy? 2 Horn Francis, 3 Warner. I'd go Darcy out of those 3. Is Levi Ashcroft out? We'll trade him out. I'd be trading him out. I don't think there's any talk of him actually being out, but I'd be trading. Ashcroft to Johnson, SPP to Kennedy. Yep, tick for me. What's the TLDR on this Collingwood? Who's the Collingwood rookie? I'm not sure. Which Collingwood rookie? Brayshaw, Smith, VC. I've gone Baz Rad. I've gone Baz VC, but Brayshaw is probably going to be good tonight. Martin or Brayshaw for VC tonight. Go Brayshaw has. Yep. Kenny or Luke Jackson. Luke Jackson, Lachlan Marsh, I'd be going there. So I meant for my Shegan trade, Levi Ashcroft to Jackson, Clark to Darcy, and Archer Daywicks to a rookie. Other trade was Ashcroft to Horn Francis, Clark to Darcy, Clary to Butters. I think Ashcroft, Jackson, Clark, Darcy. I'd go the second option, Ryan, I think, still. My trade's been built around next week because my side's good enough this week. Yep, Moonball, I like it. Put VC on Martin or Captain Baz. I'd be VC Brayshaw, Captain Baz if you want to Captain Baz, but I'm VC on Baz. So it's an interesting week, though, for captains, that's for sure. Lockat's just sort of hit. So, I've got... So, in terms of players I've got tonight, I've got a few. I've got... so, Caldwell's on Brayshaw. So, tonight I've got Brayshaw 1, Johnson 2, Martin 3, Jackson 4, and I'm looping Angus Clark on the bench. So, I've got 5 in total. So, it should be a good game tonight. So, apologies if I missed your question. If you still got questions, put them back in the chat. I can answer them. But, yeah, apologies if I missed it. Luke Jackson going 160 tonight, Bales, says G. I hope so, mate. Who are you going tonight, Bales, says Stu. Do you mean who am I tipping? I've tipped, obviously, Fred, but if you're talking about players, obviously, I just said the 4. But here we go. So, Setterfield on Sarong, Caldwell on Brayshaw. So, I wonder if any of those are going to be close run-with rolls there. That'll be interesting to see. There's a kick for Caldwell. So, Essendon get the first clearance. And Luke Ryan intercept mark there. Be interesting to see how some of these players go that we've got tonight. Brayshaw's free for a kicking board, which is where they're going to go, but it's going to be chopped off by Setterfield, unfortunately. Caldwell again, couple of touches for Caldwell. I love Caldwell. Third touch for Caldwell already. I really wish I had him. Oh, there's Vigo Vicentini with a couple of early touches. Here's Sarong. So a few people might have Sarong out there. I didn't end up trading Bolton for... here's Luke Jack... Oh, damn, over his head. I'm not sure if that'll be a tackle for Jackson. Here's a Vicentini again. Vicentini got a couple of early touches. There's Martin and O'Driscoll. So good to see Nod back. Nick Martin, a couple of touches there as well. And out of bounds. So there we go. Let's refresh these scores and see what's rolling around with here. So yeah, Caldwell started very well, obviously. Dale or Josh Dacos says DBL Tap Media. I'd be going Dacos for the value, but the pop score is probably going to be with... actually, both could be pop good scores this week. I'm Dacos for the value, but I do like both. Kenny or Luke Jackson. I think I said that before from Lockie, but obviously it's locked out. Locked in Hardiman to Johnson and O'Halloran to Jackson tonight, says Alex. Yeah, I like those trades. There's a handball from Bolton. I don't have Bolton anymore. I traded him this week out. So there's Jackson with a kick. So Jackson's first points of the night. And Pryor intercept mark. So interesting to see if anyone's still got Pryor rolling around out there. He had a decent score last week. There's Laverty going back to Pryor. Oh, that's a bad handball. Just changed VC to Bray. Thanks for the advice, says Cody Pember. Oh, good, mate. Hopefully he pumps out a good score. Need to decide to trade Rankin, Dunkley, or Red Dot with the third trade. Here's Angus Clark for early +6. That'll be out of bounds on the full. Free kick to O'Driscoll. Rankin, Dunkley, or Red Dot. Depends how heavy you are in next week's buy, Alex. If you need to trade someone, I think Dunkley can go. But if not, I'm happy trading Rankin. As painful as it is for me to say trading Rankin, I've traded Rankin as well. So if he needs to go, then there's a Bolton from the boundary. Hit the post. Jeez, I thought he was going to kick that for a second there. Which line goes, Dunks or Will Ashcroft? Probably Will Ashcroft out of the two, Rodder, because at least I think Dunkley's got more of a chance of being a top 8. But yeah, it's obviously tricky with both. But yeah, I'd go Ashcroft out first, personally. Hey, Bales, Hardiman, Foss, and Merritt. To McKercher, Brayshaw, and Johnson, says Gareth Evans. Yeah, they get ticks from me, I think. Well, I think they're obviously locked in anyway. Merritt just got a handball there. Vicentini, there's Caldwell again. So Caldwell's had another touch to begin with. Martin should get the ball here. Blackiston, give the handball to Martin. What are you doing? He gives it to Caldwell. Caldwell again. Jeez, I wish that's the big mistake I made. Going Caldwell, there's Jackson +6 coming up. Yeah, unfortunately going, there's Sarong for a +6. Yeah, going Caldwell over Bont a few weeks ago really hurt. And then going Warner over Sinclair hurt. So if I did those two, I'd be pretty happy with how my team's shaping up. But it is what it is. Yeah, sorry, hang on. Sorry, Gareth there. So Hardiman, Foss, and Merritt to McKercher, Brayshaw, Johnson. Yeah, they get ticks for me. I like those trades. Nass or Dale in this week, says Jack. I think you go Dale for the sugar hit this week. I think that's where you go. But Nass is also a good pick. Just expensive. Brought in Vicentini and VC on Jackson tonight, says Gene. Yep, hopefully Jackson pumps out a good score. There's Merritt handball. Gets it to Parrish. That'd be out of bounds on the full. Sneaker Pryor, could he put in some big scores, says Kobe. The Wang Sneaky Captain Pod says G. Not for me this week. Carlton are a tough matchup, but you could do worse than the side this week. But I've got some other options. My Captain Vero dropped earlier tonight, so if you want to check out those and check them out. Not a great kick from Jordan Clark from the kick in there. And then out of bounds. You traded Rankin, Bales, White, says Moonboy. To get the extra score, I wanted to get Jackson in. I couldn't really do anything else with trades that I was happy with doing, so I just ended up going for that instead. Technically, I could actually just reverse that and not worry about Josh Dacos. Obviously, I've got Jackson, but just do 2 rookie downgrades. But I could change to it. If like Angus Clark popped out a really good score tonight, then I'd rely on it. But yeah, at the moment, I've just done that. Sean Wennell. I'm also the same Bales. I'm so keen on Josh Dacos. Yep, yeah, I like him as a pick. I think he could be really good against St Kilda. Free kick going against Archimar, I think, towards Luke Ryan. I have 5 rounds, including Dunkley next week. Rankin would be Horn Francis, Darcy, Dunkley probably to Josh Dacos. I think because you've only got 5, you don't have to trade Dunkley, and you can trade him next week. Get the primo score this week. I'd trade Rankin, I think, this week out of the 2. And if you need to trade someone next week, then you can do that. Hope that helps, Alex. Moonboy, smash up likes for Bales and tick little bell icon to be notified wherever he goes live or drops new content. Thank you, Moonboy, as always, mate. Very much appreciate that there. But yeah, make sure you do exactly what Moonboy says. Make sure you subscribe. We're only 21 subscribers away as well from 4K. So we're actually very, very close to hitting that big goal. So if you haven't already, subscribe so we can hit that goal. We're getting, as I said, very, very close. We're up to 15 likes as well. So if you haven't liked it, make sure you smash a like on the video. Could have been a free against Merritt to Bolton there, but straight to Johnson. Here's Brayshaw with a handball. A couple of touches for Brayshaw as well. Actually well defended by Blackiston there. Be good if Blackiston was a forward, could have been an option, but there's a Nick Martin with a +6 there. Sneaker Fusion, still think it's a good trade just because he isn't going to make more cash, says Sneaker Fusion. Who is that for, Sneaker Fusion? I'm not sure. True. I sold last week for the same reasons as Kobe. Buy Merritt, no longer an owner. Tyro in or stash Dewar for next week and the epic break even. You could stash Dewar. Obviously, he's not going to make cash this week, but you could watch Tyro get in Dewar, because if you can't get both Dewar and McCarthy next week, I'm looking at getting both those 2 West Coast guys next week. But yeah, I'd maybe go Dewar this week, and then you can go for Tyro next week if you need, and then McCarthy, obviously, you'll get if you don't already have him. The side plays Pies this week, not the Blues. Sorry, I meant if I did say Carlton, I meant Collingwood, but Collingwood's still a tough matchup. Darren Joyce, I'm going head-to-head with my mate this week. I'll put the VC on Kako. Put the VC on Kako for the lols. Oh, please don't tell me you put the VC on Kako. Anyone got O'Driscoll such good value? I was 5K short, says Kobe. He's someone I'm looking at as the final rookie upgrade if he goes well tonight. Reckon Dale gets tagged by Swans next week, though, says Jack. Maybe by Jordan. Yeah, that potentially could happen. Good. Peter Wright's kicked the first goal of the game as well. You can't go wrong with VC on Bailey Smith, captain on Bailey Dale, pod, BAILSDT. Yep, don't mind it. Louis O'Leary, how many numbers on a buy would you consider heavy? Primo-wise, probably more than 5 is heavy. 5 or more. Surely everyone has 4+ out next round, says Stu. I've only got the 3 being Holmes, Baz, and Nick Martin, plus Zach Johnson. But I've deliberately stayed a little bit lighter on that buy because I thought that people would be a bit heavy. So I'm hoping I can rise this week and next week. Stu, I should almost be full. Yep. Stu, you don't have Smith, Martin, Holmes, Ash, Zorko. So I don't have Ash, Zorko, or Whitfield. I've got Baz, Martin, and Holmes. It sucked not having those last 3, but might come in handy next week. Naz has Dogs next week. Tough matchup apparently, and still at 120. Think I just need... last week, think I need Naz. If you want to go into side there, Jack, then you can definitely do that. He's a solid option. There's a kick for Sarong. Okay, no, free kick for Caldwell here. Yeah, Wagner's definitely tagging Zach Merritt tonight. which is what we thought would happen. But yes, free kick against Sarong. Jackson on 21 already. I didn't actually realise he's up to 21 already. I thought about VC tonight, but I just thought I'm happy having him in. He doesn't have that massive, massive ceiling, but then again, he might hit it tonight. Intercept mark by Zach Johnson. Good to see Zach Johnson first time tonight. Oh, Caldwell stole the +6 away from Angus Clark there. A little bit annoying. Here's Nick Martin for a +6. Could get the handball over to no. So Nick Martin +6 as well. Archer May got the handball away just. Good handball. That's a really smart handball by Luke Ryan there. Smothered by Guelphy. Smith and Martin sideways next week. Says Cody Pember, no Ash or Whitfield. I wouldn't be sidewaysing Smith and Martin. I'd be holding. Miss Tail for Kako, says Rodler. Dunkley to Dawson seems like a layup next week. Yeah, if you don't have Dawson, that's a great trade. G-Dot, pretty sure they missed a tail for Jackson in the first minute as well. Oh, hopefully they did. It'd be good if we get some extra points there. Caldwell's the one Seaman territory. Seaman territory. I've been huge on Caldwell last few weeks. I'm pretty much ever since I didn't get him, I've wanted him, and I really, really wish I jumped on him. So he's someone I'm looking at post-buy. There's Jackson with a handball. So Jackson getting really, really involved so far. Zach Johnson couldn't quite stop that there. Here's Brayshaw. We'll probably get another handball here. Erasmus, good kicker, and he'll just go over the top Bolton. Didn't think Jackson has a 120 plus in him. He hasn't gone 120 plus this year, but this was the night he could have done it. Caldwell's the one. Yes, before Jimmy. Hey, Bales. Rankin, Lohman, Boxall to Horn, France, McKercher, Liddy, thoughts. These be 0K. Yeah, don't mind them. Tick, tick, tick from me. If you can get Darcy, I think Darcy's he's slightly more expensive though, but I like the trades. I'll tick them off for sure. Jackson's up against 2 rookie rucks, says Kobe. Yeah, and that's why I went him this week. Jackson looks like a runaway racehorse who's lost his rider in the race. Yeah, no, he's good. Very, very good player, obviously. Up to 25 already. Yeah, Caldwell 22. That's a goal. Was that... No, Bolton kicked the goal. So goal for Shea Bolton. So Bolton, of course, has started all right on 15 points. He'll probably turn up tonight because I traded him, but it is what it is. But no, in terms of scores, good start for Jackson. Obviously, he's top and he's already been on the bench, unless he's on the bench now. Luke Ryan said, well, Jai Caldwell, good start for him. 7 disposals, leading on the ground along with Darcy Parish. Nick Martin's on 17 as well. What else we got? Vicentini's on 12 for anyone that went there for the rookie ruck. Brayshaw's on 10, 3 handballs. Sarong's on 9. O'Driscoll 9, Merritt 9. Johnson's on 9 as well. Blackston's on 7. Angus Clark's on 6. Archer May's on 1. There we go. And Luau hasn't touched it yet. So they're the scores so far. So Jackson is currently on the bench because it's gone down to 9%. So he's currently on the bench. But that's how we're looking at starting. So not a bad start, looks like. Brave VC Fals's me. But mate, it's been what? It's been not even half a quarter yet. He's on the bench now, but he could come easily back on and rack up 20 points. So I wouldn't be saying that just yet, but obviously it'd be good if he can come on and score some more points. There's a handball for Kako. Here's Luau for his first points to Nick Martin. Martin with the kick. Gone over the head, so that might... No. So Luke Ryan again. Luke Ryan's had a little bit of the pill early. G-Dot, would you trade out Lohman or Lawler this week? Either can facilitate my trades. Not sure I trust Lohman to hit his break-in against Geelong. Oh, no, Lawler can go. He's been out for a while with a hamstring injury, so I'd be trading him, definitely. Here's Luau again. Takes a bounce. Kicking ball, not a great kick straight to Jordan Clark, unfortunately. Imagine saying VC Fund first 2 minutes of the game to Alexander. Yeah, I was going to say Moonboy, it's probably a rocket. He probably just didn't put the rocket emojis there, but yeah, it's obviously only 10 minutes gone. Here's Sarong for a +6. That's his second of the game so far. Johnson, no fears, think game time start on the bench, so should stay on rest of the quarter. Yeah, hopefully that's the case. Thank you, Susan, with a super chat there. Hi, Bales, just joined. What were your trades this round and good luck? Thank you, Susan. Appreciate the super chat and the kind words there. My trades this week at the moment, I've gone Hardiman down to Algier because I didn't like jumping on May this week. So I've gone Algier. I can go to Dolan. I can go to McLaughlin if he's not the sub tomorrow night for Brisbane. There's Archimay with a +6 there. But yeah, I've gone for Algier at the moment because even if he's a red dot, he might just get a game at some point. I don't love the other options. I don't think there's going to be a great deal of other options coming through. So why not save the cash? So that's what I've done. I've gone... I went Bolton to Josh Dacos, and I've gone Rankin to Luke Jackson. So if I want to, I can potentially reverse the Bolton. Sorry, not Bolton, because Bolton's out. Bolton to Jackson's done. I can reverse the Dacos in if Clark or someone popped a really good score and keep Rankin and do a rookie downgrade, and that might mean I might be able to get Tyro instead. But yeah. So wrong running free is annoying, says Jack. Setterfield's been going to him, but it hasn't been like obviously a tight tag so far. So Sarong is on 15 colour early marks as well for him. So goal to Kako. So anyone that's got Kako, he has started well. He's over 20 already. Yeah, be on 24 when they add the goal. So he's had a good start. Anyone's got Kako's probably going along pretty nicely. Pretty happy with that start. VC Kako goes hard, says G. That was, I don't know why he did it, but hey, he started well. So, yeah, 24 for Kako. Jackson obviously should come back on now as well. But yeah, make sure you guys smash like on the video if you haven't already. We're up to 21. So obviously we're trying to get to 100 as we always do. So if you haven't done that yet, make sure you smash a like on the video and subscribe. As I said, we are very, very close to 4,000. So we're 21 away. I'm sure a lot of you have done it, but if you guys haven't subscribed yet, please do. What do we got now? Dons go Wacko. Dons go Wacko for Kako. Yep, for sure. Erasmus should have given the handball to Jackson, sold Wagner into trouble, and Merritt got the free kick, but Caldwell's taken the advantage. On to the chest of Gresham. Kako VC call on the money, says Kobe Pemba. LM, did you go Archer May Bales? No, decided against going for Archer May. Here's Merritt for a +6. Decided against it. I just thought they got the bye next week. They got a lot of guys come back post-bye. Here's bloody Caldwell again. He's just a gun. Why did I not go him over Bont a few weeks ago? He's never going to get tagged because of Merritt and Martin. I really don't need him actually going big tonight because I want him post-bye, but he's just going to be too expensive. I just don't know if I'm going to be able to get Caldwell in. I should have gone Caldwell over Bont. I could have got Bont in at any point, and Caldwell was always going to go up. That's, again, another learning this year. I'm just never going to part for anyone again, I don't think. And Caldwell's missed, unfortunately. Jay Sutts, Bales, I'd like your thoughts. I did Gawn to Marshall, Hall to Horn Francis, and Philippo to Tyro, bang 400k, and can get my last rook to Dawson next week, who I identified as a must-have. Hang on, Caldwell again. Far out. Out in the full, but still. I'd probably go Grundy or English over Marshall, just with the news of Marshall playing potentially with a few niggles. Hall to Horn Front's good trade. Philippo to Tyro. Philippo's back this week. You could hold if you want and wait till next week for that trade and just watch Tyro. That's probably what I would do. Luke Jackson free kick as well for arm chop. So this is good. Jackson kicks it as well. So, but obviously getting Dawson next week is a pretty high priority, I reckon. Just with the Richmond matchup, then goes Melbourne. So I think I'd be definitely looking at Dawson next week. He's someone I'd be happy to pay up for, just with the run coming up. And Voss at the back. Yep. Free kick going to Tracy, I think. Howdy, Bales says, Bailey Lotta says, g'day, mate. Hope you're going well. Stu, because he has the bye. I knew he had the bye, right? But he was more value. I should have gone Caldwell, but I went Caldwell because he had the bye coming. So I went against Caldwell because he had the bye count, went Bond, and I went Warner over Sinclair because Sinclair had the bye, sooner bye. But I should have gone for the better player, unfortunately. But yeah, is what it is. Avoiding Caldwell was because of the bye for me. VCK was an obvious call, says Daniel. X, McKercher and Bergman, or Dale and Tyro? McKercher and Bergman X is where I'd go. I really like McKercher, and I think Bergman's still a good get. I'm not sure on Tyro, and Dale's not as much value, but he's got a great matchup. Elizano traded Gawn to Jackson this week. We'll get Gawn back in after his difficult 3 games after his bye. Yep, I like it. I know that a good friend of the show, Taser, was trading out Gawn and went to Jackson. So if he did that, he'd be happy. Bloody hell, Call was on 35 already. Should have gone there. Should have got him in. But Jackson up to 30 though, so that's good. So happy with his start. Up to 24 likes already as well. So appreciate everyone that's done that so far. But if you haven't smashed a like, please do. Wonder if we can get 50 before quarter time hits. We got 50 watching. So if every single person was to like the video, we'd get 50 and by quarter time. So if you can smash a like on the video, that would be fantastic. Brayshaw back on as well. So Setterfield's definitely running with Sarong. Brayshaw doesn't look to be having a tag as such. Caldwell wasn't in that CBA there, actually. Interesting. Merritt in the role at his price is huge, says Jay Sutts. I think Merritt post-buy is someone I'll be looking at getting because he'll be cheap. He'll be in the 900s, and I think that's going to be a pretty nice trade. So I'm looking at him post-buy. Another Luke Ryan intercept. Luke Ryan's had a good start. There's Brayshaw +6 coming up. Bit early, but who's the best upgrade next week around 1 million? Yeah, it's very early. I'm not sure exactly who it is. I think Dawson's probably one of the top ones next week because of the matchups. Jackson. Beautiful. Jackson lining up for goal. Far out. What a start for Luke Jackson. Jackson going huge tonight, says Elizeno. Yeah, I'm glad I traded him in the way he started. Probably should have put the I was so tempted to put the VC on him, but I just thought, I was like, well, Brayshaw's probably the one over him, but can't see like, is that thumbs up? I'm not sure. Well, hopefully it's there. The thumbs up is the like, yeah. Is that the thumbs up? Yeah, Kobe, yeah, press the thumbs up button, not the thumbs down. That would be appreciated if you could do that. Bont will go 140 and all will be forgiven, says Stu. I hope he does. And Luke Jackson with the goal. Good start from the Unicorn. He's going to be the top scoring player. He'd be on in the 40s now. Yeah, 43. What a start for Jackson. Should have gone the VC. Oh, well, I'm glad I got him in. Got Jackson last week. Kind of annoyed he's not a pod anymore. He's still a little bit of pod. He's not going to be hugely owned, but he's still obviously a very good option. But yeah, good start for him. Jackson killing me. I was 2K off getting him from Rankin, says Louis O'Leary. He's had a good start. Obviously, it's one quarter, though. We've still got plenty of time. And, of course, knowing that Jordy's sent the unicorn emoji there. That's quite funny. That's funny. I'll send him one back. Yeah, there we go. I know that Jordy loves his boy, the unicorn, so very, very happy. We're up to 35 likes as well. Appreciate everyone that's done that so far. I can hear Jordy's excitement from here, says Alex. Yes, I can as well. Copam, don't have Jackson, but as Dockers supporters, be happy if he goes 200. I hope he goes really well. He started obviously well. Nod just had a CBA there. There's Jackson. Didn't get a disposal, I don't think, there. He will get one here, though. Handball for Jackson. Kick for Brayshaw. Here's Bolton. Handball for Bolton. Bolton will get it back there, so kick for Bolton. So a couple of touches there for Bolton. And who was that? Was that Voss or Banfield that just took out his player? Like, his player was coming back with a flight. He should have seen him coming. Yeah, Johnson was the one that got hurt there. Who was the one that was... So Johnson's come back with the flight. That's that's bad communication. I think that you could make an argument that that's Johnson's fault because Voss is the one coming out for the... Actually, no, that's Johnson's fault. That's not Voss's fault. Johnson was the one coming back with the flight. Voss was the one coming on the lead. It's the communication that Voss could have either shepherded for Johnson there, or Johnson completely just didn't hear Voss and went back with the flight. But there's Voss getting the handball. There's Brayshaw with a kick and missed it, unfortunately. Did Jordy VC the unicorn? I don't think he did, but, geez, I wonder if he would have been pretty good if he did. Johnson's been quiet. I haven't seen much of Johnson tonight. He's been very quiet. I can't even see him at the moment. There's Sarong with a handball. Banfield kick to O'Driscoll. Yep, O'Driscoll mark. Going to Voss 1-2. Probably not a great kick. Johnson is there, actually. Free kick for against Voss. Can't wait to see the unicorn plushie Jordy's going to bring. I hope he does. He's got to buy one, surely. He's got to buy one and bring on the pod, particularly if he goes big tonight. Isn't Sam Darcy the unicorn? Can't have two. Oh, no. Well, I think Jackson had the unicorn's unicorn nickname before Darcy, so I think we'll go there. Here's a Brayshaw +6 coming up. So Brayshaw couple of +6s now. Jay Stutz, can't bring myself to go any ruck other than Marshall, even though he's sore. Apparently he has been for a while and moved well for a 130 last week. Yeah, I think you can still bring in Marshall, right? I would probably just, because of the flag, I probably prefer... I really like Tim English as an option. If you don't have English, he's looking great and he's got a great run. There's Angus Clark. That's not going to count as a mark, so you got the kick. Johnson's been pretty quiet, unfortunately. I almost put him on the bench to loot, but I thought he's going to score more than a Foss. Yeah, Sam Darcy certified unicorn says G. Kyle Mann, neither's fault. Both looking at the ball. Sarong better not go back to being a handball merchant, says Kyle. Yeah, he's had a few handballs so far in this game. Brayshaw should be in the 20. Yeah, Brayshaw up to 29 now. So he's got there late in the quarter, even though he had a quieter start, but solid start for Brayshaw. Jay Such, he had a look at Grundy's last 5 games going huge as Kobe. Yeah, because I guess the ruck you're bringing in, you might want to sideways them back to Gorn in like 5 weeks anyway. So I'm happy to go for one of these guys. Hold it. If Bus plays, would you go him over Foss? Probably not, no. Because I don't expect Bussing to be a huge scorer regardless of the matchup. But I'm looping Foss anyway, so I'm actually looping Foss and Bus if he's named. I don't know if Bus is going to be named, though. There's Jackson. I thought there could have been a free kick potentially there. Don't know what Gresham's doing. That's a pretty... Oh, no. Quarter time. This might be the game where keeping Luke Ryan all season will finally pass this Elizeno. Alex Jackson was never on my never again list until I tried him in 30 minutes ago. Yep, fair enough. Fair enough as well. Let's have a look at these scores, though, for the quarter. So quarter time. You've got Luke Jackson on 46, so great start for him. I'm very happy I traded him in. Luke Ryan on 42, good start for him. Caldwell 35, 10 disposals, he's looked great. No tackles is the surprising thing there, but he's been great. Sharp, O'Driscoll 32 each. So O'Driscoll's someone to be keep an eye on. Brayshaw 29, good start for him. Setterfield 25, Merritt's on 24, that's not awful. Kako 24, Jordan Clark 23, Sarong 22. Parrish on 22. Pryor and Nick Martin are both on 20 along with Bolton as well. Thought Nick Martin was on more than 20 to be fair. Vigo Vicentine's on 13. Fapilla got him out there. Johnson's on 9. Clark's on 9. Marcher May is on 7. Blackiston's on 7. So yeah, it's unfortunate that the guys that have been quiet have been the rookies in Clark and Johnson. I think Johnson will come good. It's just, yeah, not a great start for him. And Angus Clark, obviously, I didn't think he was going to be a huge scorer anyway. So, but yeah, that's how we've started, though. But good start for anyone that has got Jackson or brought him in this week. Yeah, very, very happy with that start. Nod, and then Jack's got the emoji. So, like, Nod's someone that I might even just upgrade my final rookie to next week for some cash gen. Like, it'll be him or Mills, potentially, who I'm looking at. Like, Nod makes a lot of sense going, like, Clark to McCarthy, Foss to Nod, and then maybe like a Loman to Dewar. That might be something I consider next week. English's run from round 17 19 is pretty tough. I have him thinking moving into Marshall round 17 onwards, says G. You could arguably go to Gawn a week early and do him there. So one issue with Jackson is dropping test of marks, says Alex. Oh, yeah, if he helped them, he'd be on 60. Could go Romar round 17 and then Gawn round 20 for the rest of the season if timing's right. Yep, agreed, G. Connecting, is it better for Grundy or English? For the run, let's have a quick look. We're on 35 likes as well, so if you haven't smashed a like, please do. If we can get 50 soon, we might be on track to get maybe a record. So if you haven't smashed a like, please smash like on the video. So let's have a look at the runs for these players. So English obviously starts with great matchup, Richmond this week. Sydney's okay. North Melbourne's hard. Adelaide's hard. Brisbane's not great. Essendon, Giants is good. Melbourne's hard. So, yeah, English is very up and down. Grundy has got Port, which is great this week. Then he goes Bulldogs, which is decent for him. Freo, which is good. St Kilda, good. North Melbourne, tough. I'd go Grundy. Grundy's matchups over the next few weeks are probably better. But English has got a great matchup this week. English has been better this season. So maybe it's a tricky one. Caldwell's a great fantasy player. Absolutely shocking with his ball use, as Tony Ford. I'm really annoyed I didn't get Caldwell. Should have had Caldwell in. I'm really annoyed I didn't get him. Elizondo, Nod's break-even was only 40, I think. Yeah, so he's going to go up in price, right? But if he puts up a good score, he's going to keep that cash gen going. So he's someone I'll look at for sure. I might be able to go like McCarthy/Nod as my M8 loop for moving forward, potentially. To bring in and the run. Cool. Grundy's run is better, but English is probably the better scorer, and he's got Richmond this week. So it's a tricky one. I know the traders have gone Grundy, I think. I didn't catch the live show, unfortunately, tonight, but Baylotta says, I did Petrarca to Luke Jackson, Stone to Tyro, and Marias to McCarthy. Yep, I don't mind those. Next week, pending eye test, I'll get Horn Francis at F6 and sideways dunks potentially to Nod, completing team end of round 16. Yeah, don't mind that plan, Bailey. How are we, boys? Says Limits. Thanks, mate. Hope you're going well. We're going pretty well. G. If Nod didn't get injured, he'd almost still be in my team. Yeah, we'd have made a lot more cash, I think. Sean, going McRae over Jackson last week, doing wonders. Hopefully McRae puts out a good score this week, but yeah, Jackson obviously started very well. Any updates? Brayshaw got a tackle taken away, so he's down to 25. That's a bit frustrating. Sarong got a handball added though, so he's on 25. Anything else? No. Those guys are on the same. Johnson cut. So yeah, so nothing got. So the only thing was Sarong +2, Brayshaw -4. So a little bit annoying there, but yeah, bloody champion data at their usual things. As always, Lee Everett, I avoided Johnson this week just because he's got the bye next week. Yeah, but the only thing is, though, even though he's only on 9, he's still outscoring his break-even by 42 already, so he's still already making good cash. I'd say, I'd ask Joy, did you VC Jackson? I'll just ask him. I'm not sure. I think he went for like a Baz or something. I think he went Baz into Whitfield, I reckon. Because I really like Whitfield as an option. Put the VC on Brayshaw, says Lockie Robbins. Yeah, he got better as the quarter went on there. I still think he'll put up a decent score. He was my number 4 option this week. Anyone that watched my captain's video knew I was tossing up Brayshaw and Baz. And I ended up going Baz at 3, Brayshaw 4, just like an hour before the game update on Captain's Challenge. And I did say that there was a chance I was going to change. And I did end up changing that. So Pigmentality actually had Jackson at number 1 this week. There you go. MJ had Jackson at 5. Didac DT had Jackson at 4. Yep, there you go. And I had Brayshaw 4. So I had Bont 1, Whitfield 2, Baz 3, Brayshaw 4, English at 5. So, but if you want my deep rundown of those, then you can check that out. How's the game been so far? Missed it up to now, says Limit. So yeah, it's been all right. Yep, obviously Jackson's gone well. So and the score's up on the screen. So it's been pretty good. There's Sarong with a kick. So first clearance goes to Sarong. Voss drops a chest mark. Should have taken that. So handball for Angus Clark. Here's Jackson again. Jackson going for goal. Oh, no way. Oh, the unicorn. He's at it again. He's kicked his second goal. Holy crap. What is... Oh, why didn't I... This would be so much more enjoyable if I... Like, I'm loving it anyway because I traded him in, right? But, geez, if I wish I'd gone the VC. I wish I'd been ballsy enough to do it. Also, I don't know if it was a ballsy call, though, because he had the great matchup. I guess it was just he didn't have the huge ceiling, but he's going massive. Wow. Cracking goal as well. That is a great goal. Wow. 55 already for Luke Jackson. Yeah, wow. Maybe we're out until round 17 to upgrade final rookie when best 22's back, says Alex. Yep, that's potentially what I'm looking at doing as well. 19 primos this week and 19 next week. Rank 800 starting round. Hopefully you can push towards top 100. Yeah, I've got 19 this week, 18 next week, I believe. So I'm hoping to rise these next 2 weeks. That's the hope. Brayshaw got the handball away. Not sure what happened there, but Caldwell again with a kick. That's a good kick on the left, though. Peter Wright, Mark. Baylos says, boys, a Porto has been ordered and can't wait to devour whilst watching Thursday night footy and Bales. Thanks, mate. What'd you get from a Porto? A Porto's a good feed. I normally get, if I go to a Porto, I get the chicken and cheeseburger, the chili cheese fries, and some of those chicken bowlers. They go down really nice. I might have to get a Porto, actually, the next couple of nights. You've sort of convinced me. I'm not going to do it tonight. I've got dinner waiting for me, but at the game and got the VC on Brayshaw. All the best for a big round, Bales. Thanks, Lucas, mate. Appreciate that. Peter Wright missed that one there. I hope I've answered your question. If I've missed a question, put it in the chat and I can answer at the bottom. If you haven't smashed like on the video, please do. Up to 37 likes now. So if you haven't smashed like yet, let's try and get 50 before half time. And then we can see what we can do in terms of how quickly we can get to the 100. Nod's going to get a short kick. Oh, geez, that's awful from Jordan Clark there. O'Driscoll got the handball away, but that'll be out of bounds. Nico Caruso, did Brayshaw lose points? I have him VC over Jacko. Yeah, he lost a tackle, unfortunately, so went down to 25. This has been an amazing game, says Gene. Stu, yeah, if he hits his high score, well done, but a risky VC for me. I've ordered Hoodburger after that Jackson goal. Got me going something good, Bales, I tell you. Yep, I'll hopefully enjoy it, mate. Should be good. Here's Sarong with a kick. He's going for goal, actually. So he kicked that. Sarong's kicked that from the boundary. So Sarong's had a very good start to the game as well. He's going along nicely. Knew I should have gone track to Jackson, says Lockie Robbins. Baylos says, halloumi chicken burger with extra halloumi, tomato relish, chicken loaded chips, spicy bowlers and a cheeky chocolate mousse. There you go. Everyone happy about Sarong. What's the tomato relish chicken loaded chips? What's in that? I've just had the chili cheese chips. I've never had the other ones. So what's that got in it? Jackson up to 57 as well. Brayshaw 27. Yeah, what's those loaded fries, Bailey? I've been interested here. We need 2 points for a bounce, says Cody Pember. Oh, Sarong started away. He's on 37, so he's going along well. We're up to 40 likes as well, so we're 10 away from 100. Sorry, 10 away from 50, sorry. Not 100. We're still 60 away from 100. Ninja Cruiser finally got Brayshaw in this week. Been so hard watching him every week owning Sarong. Exceptions. Hey, mate. How you going, Exceptions? Hope you're going well. There's a Jackson kick again. Won't be a Caldwell tackle because it went to Tracy there. Angus Clark handball. There's a Caldwell handball. Hobbs trying to go to Clark. Here's Jackson again. Jackson spinning away, getting a handball. There's Caldwell again. Caldwell dominating. Far out, Caldwell. Got to slow down a bit, mate. Sarong, way too good for Setterfield, says Coleman. 2 points for a bounce is the ultimate Gorn debuff, says G. There's Luke Ryan. Luke Ryan's got Brayshaw short. No, he ignores him. They do 2 sets of loaded chips. One is chili chicken and the other is tomato relish version, basically an AB pack. Oh, right. Maybe I might have to try them at some point. Definitely might have to have a look at trying them. Brayshaw was free for a short kick. They've ignored him like 2 or 3 times, actually, Brayshaw, which is a bit frustrating. Blackston did well there. Give it to Jackson. Here he is again. Oh, he got the handball away. He still got points, though. Or Frederick, that's high tackle against Hobbs. Frederick line up for goal. VC on Jackson, so great. Score to tune into. Says limits. Yeah, mate, be very happy with that. Darcy never getting back in the team, says too. The good thing about Jackson playing so well is that he's clearly their best ruck. I know Darcy's still a decent ruck when he's fully fit, but Jackson's Jackson's their guy. I can't see him going away from him now. Is Jackson playing waffle, man versus 23 boys? Oh, he's been fantastic. Like, it's not only his scores been great, but he's had 11 disposals, 2 marks a tackle, 14 hitouts, 2 goals. Like, he's just getting it done. He's just doing everything at the moment. If you're not a fan of the chili, the tomato roast chicken load chips is sensational. Decent size as well, very good value. Yeah, mate, I might have to try them tomorrow night if I get it. I'll probably look at maybe a Porto tomorrow night. I think you've convinced me, Bailey, to get that. Jackson on drugs, says Marco. He's been fantastic to start. VCing Ryan in my matchup. Wow, of course, is Nicky. Versus Ryan in your matchup, sorry. Yep. Yeah, he's been very good. Will be 150 easily. Be right back. Jumping, says Sean. Jackson is just an extra midfielder, says Jack. Agreed. I reckon Darcy's only going to be in the team when Free comes against a Gorn or a Cherry type ruck. Jackson's number 1 now. Agreed. Yeah, I think he is. He's shown that he's just so effective when he's a number 1 ruck. And I'm not saying that only because I just traded him in. Jordy said that for weeks. I've been a fan of Jackson as an option last couple of weeks, and I finally was able to get him this week. So, yeah. Next watch along, I'll ask how you went if you do end up getting it. So I'll do one tomorrow night, and I'll probably do another watch on Saturday night. So ask me Saturday night how it was, because I'll probably get it tomorrow night if I'm going out to get some dinner. There's Merritt with a handball. Jackson, not quite a tackle because Johnson just got there. I think Johnson just got the handball away. I think Brayshaw bench. Martin nowhere as well, says Jack. Yeah, Martin's been quiet. I wonder if there's a bit of a tagging job on Martin tonight. Yeah, interesting. Martin hanging with Sarong, says Kobe Pemba. Is he? Where is Martin? Where's Sarong? Well, there's Sarong. Is that free kick to Jackson? No free kick against Jackson there to Vicentini. That's a bit interesting. I don't know what. I think Jackson thought he got the free kick. So I always sometimes wonder how they, with these free kicks for rucks, like I really don't know what a free kick is and what isn't. That might be an Archer-made tackle. They paid the tackle, says Marco. They gave Jackson that tackle. That never counts. They'll take it off because they'll take it off. So it won't be added still. I think they'll take it off. There's Sarong with a kick. Could have got a high tackle if they paid the high tackle. Yep. High tackle for Sarong. So Sarong's going well. Geez, if I went him last week, I'd be pretty happy. I can't remember who I went last week that came in. G'day, Bales. I'm off to work. Went Brayshaw VC. Fingers crossed, says Lyndon Berwick. Hopefully Brayshaw goes well. It's been a quieter start for him. Sarong's been the one that's really going well. Hopefully Brayshaw goes well, though, from here. But Lyndon, hope work treats you well. Here's Luke Ryan again. Luke Ryan's going along nicely. There's Murphy Reed. Good crumb, and that'll be a goal. Well done by Murphy Reed there. Freo going along very nicely now. How is Kako my top scoring player so far, says Lockie Robbins. Yeah, I know it's a bit frustrating. They've, cool. Let me just do a quick refresh the scores. We're up to 43 likes as well. So if you haven't smashed a like, please do. We're trying to get 100 as we always do. Streak has been going since round 2. So if you haven't done that yet, please smash a like on the video. Yeah, Sarong's up to 47 now. Getting to a point where I probably don't want him scoring much more, but is Luke Ryan a candidate for D5, D6, says Gene? No, not for me. Not for me. We got better. We got better defenders this year. A lot of people have probably completed their defence. They've probably got McKercher, D6 or a Bergman, but we've all got like the likes of like Nasiah, Whitfield, Sheasel, Sinclair, Holmes, Nick Martin, if you've got him in defence, Bailey Dale, Josh Dacos maybe. I've probably forgotten an obvious, like Whitfield, Ash, if I didn't say them, I didn't say Ash. But yeah, those guys, so many. I've probably forgotten like an obvious one. Like Rosie was, the one I didn't say. But there's so many guys that I just don't think we need to. Don't think Ryan's worth it. Bond over Caldwell is the stuff that haunts season, says Jay Such. Yeah, mate, that's the call that I'm annoyed about. I could have gone him instead. Sarong free kick here as well against Setterfield. So Sarong continues to dominate. Gives the handball off to Warner. And out of bounds. Trading Essendon players might be the way to go. Martin included. They're as bad as Richmond, says Jack. I wouldn't be trading Martin just because he's a forward, but yeah, hasn't been great. I still have Kako on field, so fingers crossed he keeps this up. Says Limits. Yeah, he's only had 4 points for about 20 minutes, but yeah, hopefully he can get to a decent score for you, mate. Jackson, another hit out. Jackson's just dominating at the moment. Angus Clark, they pay free kick to Angus Clark. Really would be good if he can pop out a 60 or a 70 tonight, Clark, just to get some extra cash gen. Oh, geez. Nearly got himself into a bind, but got the kick away. Jackson intercept mark. Yep, there you go. Jackson again. He's over 70 now, and we still have under 14 minutes to go in the quarter. What a start for Jackson. Bloody hell. I'm actually going to see if Jeppa VC Jackson, because I know that he's got Jackson. I wonder who he did the VC on. So I got him in the Content Creators Cup. Probably not going to win. Probably lose every game. But I went more over Kenny in round 6. At least I got a 120 out of him eventually, says G. Jackson holding marks tonight, says Cody Pember. He dropped a couple early, but he's killed a few. Kyle Mann, how do you think the Crows can realistically go this year? I'm ready to be let down as usual. Oh, I think we'll play finals. I'm not going to count the chickens yet, just because there's still a long way to go. But if the Crows can win the games they should be winning, and steal a few of those close games, like maybe a Hawthorn at home, Collingwood at home, a few of these games, they can win some of those. I think they'll finish top 8. And there's obviously an outside chance that they get top 4. I don't think they'll get top 4, but is Fife running with Nick Martin, looks like. And should be a mark to Ryan. Don't know why. So Martin got a handball. Here's Johnson with a kick. Merritt got a handball in there as well. Dersma with a kick there. That's to Archer May. So Archer May with a +6 coming up. Go back to Zach Johnson. He hasn't even looked back to see if he wants to switch it. There's a good mark from Caddy. It's a great mark from Caddy. Jackson going 200. I'm going to cross, says Sean. But yeah, Cole, I hope that we can go well. Hopefully we can make finals. So what do we got? So just over 12 minutes to go. And obviously Essendon have struggled early. Free, I've gone really well, so let's see how we're going. But Jackson on 75 already. Bloody hell. And across the face from Caddy there. That'll be a rush behind. What are we up to? 43 likes still. So if you haven't liked it yet, please do. Try and get 7 more. Try and get 7 more to get to 50 and work our way there. We got nearly 60 watching. So if you haven't smashed a like yet, please do. As always, we try and get 100 likes on every stream. Here's O'Driscoll for another. Oh, no. Bad kick from Clark. Here's Parrish. Very bit of a floater there. And Archer May is going to get paid the mark there. So he'll be lining up for goal. I'll tell you what. If May goes like 60 tonight, I'll be a little bit annoyed just because I didn't go him as my forward downgrade and I went for someone else. But oh well, we'll see how he goes. What is Archer May on now? Actually, he's on 20, and if he kicks a goal, he'll be on 29. Geez, 29 already. Pretty good score from Archer May if he can put it through. Yep, that's a goal. Archer May on 29. So, yeah, maybe he was the pick. I've gone Algier instead. But, yeah. That's annoying. Partly wish I'd now went Archer May, because even if he goes a 40 or a 50, it doesn't matter. He'll make some cash. Yeah, frustrating, but oh well, what can you do? He's does Wagner maybe go to a McRae next week, says BAILSDT. I think they'll try and run a tag on like an Asai with Wagner or a Sinclair. Brayshaw Rocket says so has sent the Rockets. He's had a quiet game so far, Brayshaw. He had a couple of +6s in a few minutes, but McRae might be due a tactical rest, I think. Oh, no, he's just come out from injury. He'll be fine, Kobe. Wagner probably goes to Sinclair next week, maybe Nasiah. Yep, agreed. Who did you VC in the end, says Spruce Moose? I end up going for Baz VC over Brayshaw. So we'll see how Baz goes tomorrow. Can't get them all, Bal, says Stu. Yeah, but I probably should have gone May because he was playing. Whereas the other guys, I don't know if they're necessarily playing, but oh well, is what it is. Blackston, give it to Johnson. Here's Johnson with the handball. McGrath. Give the handball to Johnson, McGrath. Now he's going back for some reason. Love Jackson at Brayshaw VC letting me down, says Jack. Yeah, still got plenty of time. Plenty of time for Brayshaw to save it. That'll be a Nick Martin tackle. Brayshaw SIGNUP specialist, says BAILSDT. Brayshaw cement legs, says Mick. Kobe, who ends up number 1 forward, Smith or Jackson? Still Smith, but yeah, Jackson's going along well. Mitch, if May goes 60 plus, would you take that over Lohman? Yes, yeah. Yeah, I would, if he does. So let's see how Archer May goes from here. Caldwell handball, Merritt handball. Jordan Clark kick coming up. He had Brayshaw short. Johnson got the fist away. Would have been nice if he tried to take the mark there. Is that out of bounds? No, it stayed in, I think. Yeah, cool. What are we on? 44 likes. So we're 6 away still from 50. So if you haven't liked it yet, please do. So halfway through the quarter now. So we've got 10 minutes to go. Pat Voss. Oh, geez, that's close. Missed it just. Let's see who's got the kick in here. Zach Johnson, is he on kick-ins? No, that was McGrath that took the kick-ins. So I wonder if Zach Johnson's not taking these kick-ins anymore. Zach Johnson's free for a short. Oh, he might get it next. Jackson Price got Johnson short. Go to Johnson. Bloody Shea Bolton's the one covering Johnson. Come on, Shea, mate. Don't cover Zach Johnson and just go somewhere else. Having Clark D5, D6 is not too bad, says Bailey. Yep, he's going all right. Where is he? Yeah, he's gone very well, actually. Every time O'Driscoll gets a pass, they put him under the pump. Yeah, agreed. Yeah, the kicks haven't been good for him tonight. He might live in my team remainder of the year. Lots of Optus games ahead. Marco, who you got tomorrow, Bales? Game 6 NBA Finals. I think if Halliburton's not playing, which that's what it sounds like with the calf injury, I think OKC will probably wrap it up tomorrow. Just because it's hard, right, when your star player's injured. I just don't know how they're going to be able to get it done. The one time Shea decides to defend, says G. So many people give Shea so much crap about this, the free throw stuff and the defending and whatever. He's an absolute gun. Like, he won the MVP. I feel like people shit on him way too much. Not quite for Tracy there. But yeah, I guess we'll see tomorrow what happens. We're up to 47 likes as well, so we're nearly at 50. We do have at least 17 people watching that haven't smashed the like yet, so if you haven't liked it yet, please do. That'd be fantastic. Martin and Brayshaw a rocket, says Stu. So he sent the double rockets for both those guys. Hopefully they can lift. They've been very quiet. Rasmus handball. Sarong got the handball there. Wonder how Banfield goes tonight. He's one I'm interested to see what he ends up scoring, because I know that Jordox was looking at Banfield there. Brayshaw, handball for Brayshaw. He'll get it back here. Brayshaw, a kick there. Got it away just to O'Driscoll that time. Haters going to hate, says Marco. Am I crazy for thinking this Vicentini isn't actually playing bad, even though Jackson scores high? He's been better than Goldie would, says Jay Sutts. Yeah, probably. I think there's a chance that he stays in after, and he could be an R3 downgrade post-buys, potentially. Blagston goes back to Angus Clark. So Angus Clark +6 coming up. Yep, there you go. Not getting Luke is killing me, says Sneaker Fusion. Yeah, he's obviously been great. Angus Clark's still free in the middle. No, they didn't go to him. Dersma, go back, switch it up. No. I don't know if Johnson's going to get to a good score, you know. But no, you're not crazy, Jay Sutts. No, you're not. Definitely not crazy. Just need 3 more likes as well for 50. There's Caldwell with a handball there. Oh, dropped the ball. Is that a Brayshaw tackle, maybe? Already feel it, says Code Pemba. OKC one game 6 tonight. Jack, Luke Clark and Bus as my D8. Essendon stopped doing pointless chips when Zach Reed isn't in their team, says Nicky Joe. Yeah, that's probably a good point, actually. Jackson gave away the free kick there. Here's Nick Martin with a kick. Probably should have gone to Zach Johnson there. Luau will probably give the handball. Give the handball to Johnson. What are you doing? Gives it to Martin, which is fine. And Martin kicks it to... Good defending by Wagner there, actually. Very, very good defending. There's Angus Clark again. Gets the handball away. Setterfield should give it back to Clark. Yeah, Clark racking up a few disposals now. I was hoping they'd give it back to him there, actually. What's up with Johnson? Totally different role, says Jack. Nah, they're just not using him at the moment, which is frustrating. I think that they probably should be using him a lot more. Here's Archer May again with the handball. There's Nick Martin with the handball. Oh, that'll be holding the ball against Dersma to Jordan Clark. Merritt looks washed, says Proposition Joe. Oh, he's being tagged by Wagner. Brendan Cox has just come onto the ground. He'll give it to Brayshaw here. Brayshaw getting a few touches at the moment. There's my man Brent Stanton sitting on the bench for Essendon. One of my all-time fantasy favourite players. Here's Jordan Clark again. Blackiston trying to go to Gresham. Not a great kick. They're just not using Johnson. They really aren't. Be nice if they use Johnson a bit. Fantasy legend Brent Stanton says Jack. Yes, agreed, mate. Sick watch Bales Rolex. No, it's just like a crow's watch. What is it? Uncle Jack is the brand. So handball off to Caldwell. Can we start using like bloody Angus Clark a bit more? Like he's got some touches lately, but let's use Angus Clark a bit. Let's use Zach Johnson a bit. Like, far out. Lockie Inglis, does Merritt need to go? He can go next week, but he's obviously got Gold Coast, Richmond post-bye. They're great matchups, so he could go well after the bye. Here's Merritt, speaking of him. Luau got the soccer. Goal for Essendon. Clark having a better quarter for the Dons, says Kobe. Yep, agreed. Went Merritt to Jackson with DVP this week, so I'm happy so far, says Limits. If Clark puts up at 70 plus, can we hold him through his bye for cash, or does he still go? Really depends what you can do, but I think him to Tom McCarthy next week makes a lot of sense. So I guess we'll just see what he does. So what's he up to? What's he even up to now, though? Oh, he's only on 28 at the moment, right? So like, it's not too bad, but I want to see what he scores first before, and we'll see what happens. So Jack's on 76. So Jackson slowed down a time, but he's been on the bench, obviously, for a bit, but still going along very, very nicely. Yeah, Merritt's on 35. Not awful. Brayshaw's 35 as well. We need Brayshaw to really get going. If you got 18 people going 80 plus, keep him, says Kobe. Baylor says, Liam made some good points in saying that Essendon probably have Redmond recoming back after the bye. That's the thing. But he might. But then again, he might. Angus Clark might go back to a wing in that scenario. So Johnson lowest Bombers score so far, says Jack. Yeah, I know it's very frustrating. The week that we all really feel confident with him on field. Like, I end up putting Angus Clark and Foss on my bench to loop instead of Johnson because I thought, well, I'd rather see what they score, not Johnson. But Johnson struggled so far. Handball for Caldwell there. So just under 5 minutes to go. No, free kick to the Bombers. Come on, chip back. Yes, good. Who's this to? Laverty. They got McGrath. Blackiston and Pryor are there. So Clark and that aren't even on at the moment. I don't even know if they're on. So it's annoying that Essendon are now... That's on the ball. It's annoying that they now chip it around at the back there when our guys aren't even there. That's annoying. Did you end up trading in Jackson? Bet you're happy if you did, says Oak. Yes, I did. Yep. Yeah, went Rankin to Jackson. So happy with that so far. Luke Clark, and the only way I can get him is Buslinger. But now Bus is playing. Is he playing, though? He's named on the bench. I don't know if he's not guaranteed to play. He's just in the squad. Unless they've announced that he's officially playing. Jackson bench right now, says Jack. Yeah, he'll come back on, though. McGrath's so bad, says Nicky Joe. Yeah, I've said McGrath's pretty average for a number of years now, so I don't know why he's got such a prominent role back there. He's pretty average. Bus is named first on the bench. Oh, it doesn't matter. That does not matter, though. Doesn't matter. So, but I guess we'll see. Angus Clark getting into Shea Bolton. Not sure. Shea Bolton pointing up at the scoreboard. It's a bit on behind ball here. Pat Voss getting into Laverty and that. Now they're getting up against Fence. Bit of old school biff going on here. Essendon, I think you probably guys should focus on kicking some goals and getting back in the game than doing this. Watchalong tomorrow night, says Marco. Yep, I'll be doing one tomorrow. And then probably Saturday as well. For such a large cranium, not much going on, says Haz. Who's that for? Oh, you're talking about McGrath. Yep. Clark getting into Bolton for tagging Johnson before. Shea versus 5 Gorillas. Who wins? Yeah, interesting one there, Bailey. I'm not sure. What do you got? How long have we got in this quarter? I want to see. What are we up to? We're up to 48 likes. We get 2 more likes before the end of the quarter to get to 50. Jackson with the hit out, I think, there. Wagner. Give the handball off to Jackson, you idiot. There's Bolton trying to get away. Almost got tripped, but didn't. So that'll be behind. Voss will show him what the pink ponies are, says Kobe Pemba. Well, Bolton, besides that goal, has been pretty quiet. So I don't know if he's probably in a position where he should be giving it to him, but fair enough. Oh, wait. No, they're giving the free kick back to him. Oh, that's not a free kick. Oh, he let go. He let go before he tripped him. I don't think that's a free kick. I have no fair players and only Martin is a big scorer for this game. Not going to be a good watch, says Oak. Betcha Voss celebrates this goal, says Kobe. I don't know if Bolton deserved the free kick there, you know. Like, Pride sort of looked like he let go. And that'll be a goal for Bolton. Bolton giving it to Pryor, it looks like. So now here we go. A few people getting over to him now. And here's Nick Martin. Nick Martin are going at it. Here we go. It's on. It's on now. Here we go. So what's Shea Bolton on? He's on 30 with 2 goals. Okay, interesting. He hasn't, again, 0 marks, 0 tackles. So I thought for a second he might be on like a score in the 40s, but yeah. Here we go. What did he do? He was patting on his head. I'm not sure exactly what he meant by that, but fair enough. You should still watch on for the Doggies Tigers game, Bale, says G. I normally only do it for the night games. Do you still have Bolton, Bale, says Nick G? No, I traded him essentially to Jackson or Josh Dacos, whichever way you look at it. poor Martin had Tracy and Voss on him, says Baylor. Yeah, I know, and he still did all right. He held his own in the tussle there. Where's Sarong? Sarong's actually been someone that's been a bit quiet last 10 minutes. That'll be a tackle for Archer May. That's the only frustrating thing for tonight is Archer May's actually going okay. Best thing Fife done, telling boys to pull their head in, says Cody Pember. On your head is what it... Oh, on your head. Okay, yeah, fair enough. But I don't know why he's going to Nick Martin about it for, though. There's McGrath. Again, no real sort of like what he's doing with the ball. Caddy, great mark from Caddy. He's such a good player, Nate Caddy. I have so many, but Brayshaw, Clark, Johnson, Martin, Merritt, and Vigo. Redlining, so average. Yeah, no, a few of them been a bit quiet. Like, what Fordbrook did you end up bringing in? I ended up going for Algier, just 230k. There's a few options that I might play that might be sub that I could pivot to, but I just thought, save the cash. That position's probably not going to make a lot of cash anyway. Like, even if Archer May puts up a good score, is he really going to make 150k and cost me a lot? Probably, because I've said it, but yeah. Forget Reed, McKercher, Fraser, Caddy, best player in that draft. The way he's playing, for sure. The way Jay Sutts, the way he's playing at the moment, he's the best performing player out of all of them at the moment. McGrath is so bad, just steals fantasy points for such average disposal, says Louis O'Leary. Agreed, mate. Agreed. Archer May's 35. Really? That's very, very frustrating. He's had 3 marks, 2 tackles, kicked a goal, 6 disposals. I honestly thought he'd be worse than that, but he's probably going to put up a good score now. Getting my burger, says G. Yeah, Archer May, that's a bit frustrating. He's actually going okay. Sarong tackle. First time I've seen Sarong in a bit there. We got to 50 likes, so I appreciate everyone that's done that so far. So we're halfway to our goal. So if you haven't liked it yet, please do. There's Nick Martin with a kick, smothered by Brayshaw, so the kick won't count, I don't think. Jackson, no disposal there. Sarong, no disposal there. Kako, you had Nick Martin for a handball. McGrath, #1 draft pick is hilarious, says Jack. Don't think I've ever watched McGrath kick less than 40-metre bombs, says Limits. Oh, mate, 100%. Yep, I've never seen him kick short. It's always long down the line. Very, very frustrating. That Brayshaw kick won't count because it was holding the ball against Johnson. Come on, Parrish, go back. Chip it back. Get a few chips going. Get it back to Angus Clark or Zach Johnson if they're on. Well, Zach Johnson is there, but they're not chipping back. Come on, Essendon. Where's their chip game gone? Like, they don't chip mark anymore. They're just trying to get it forward. Merritt with a kick there. And Mark to Dersma. Setterfield looks like he's going down the rooms. He was someone that a few people said might have had a bit of a tight hamstring pre-game. Don't think I've ever watched McGrath kick. Oh, yeah, said it before. So Setterfield looks like he's going down the rooms early, so I wonder what that's about. Always bombs it from half-back. He'll literally be in a handball chain, and there'll be a fancy player next to him, and he just bombs it. Yep, Limits. Couldn't have said it any better, mate. Jay Sutts. Archer May will play rest of year. Collingwood was eyeing him off for a year. Very talented footballer. Fits what Essendon need. Another Langford type. Well, Jay Sutts, I wish you told me that. I might have gone him instead of going for someone else, but yeah. I just thought Archer May could have scored a 20 or a 30 tonight and then got dropped. That's the only reason I didn't go him. But yeah, frustrating. Oh, well, is what it is. Can't do anything about it now. But the Essendon have fought back now after thinking that they're going to be down by a lot. It's only 16 points. So certainly back in it. Hopefully Tyro gets a full game, says G. I think he will. I think Tyro will get a full game. I don't think he'll be sub. Vicentini on track for 90, says Jack. There you go. Good score from him. Sorry, mate. Got in here late. Training for a marathon. Had a big day today. Oh, no, all good, mate. All good. It hopefully won't cost me too much. Didn't seem like anyone was really keen on May anyway as a rookie, so I don't know if I would have gone there regardless. But Best before, gloating soz. I'm happy that people joined me on the Jackson train since getting him 5 weeks ago. Means those who moved early are a pick ahead tonight. Oh, mate, you're with Jordy. Jordy was on him pretty early as well, so you'd be very happy with it, for sure. Here's Brayshaw. Handball away just. Sarong got a kick. Oh, just past Angus Clark. I thought he was going to get it there. Tackled by Vicentini. That's holding the ball against Johnson. So, Vicentini's hurt himself here, I think. Vicentini's hurt himself. I'm not sure what's happened here. He's hurt himself. That's frustrating. Good tackle. Where has Merritt been playing, says Limits? Mostly in the midfield, a little bit of half forward. Jackson gone missing, says Nicky Joe. Oh, a little bit, but yeah, he's still obviously on near 80. Looks like Vicentini's coming off. I don't know who's taking the kick. Vigo on the bench is doing better than Merritt, Martin and Brayshaw. It says red lighting. Hope he's okay because he's been unreal. Yeah, he's been pretty good, yeah. That's concussion, says best before. I guess we'll see. Hey, Bell says for your friends. Hope you're going well, mate. Imagine Vicentini goes off and Jackson has no ruck, says Has. We'll see what he's like. We'll see how he's going. I'm not sure exactly what happened. Not an option next week, says Free Frenzy. Potentially, yeah. Yeah, he's gone pretty well tonight. Well, Vigo, poor bloke. So has to ruck now. Good luck. Looks very groggy, says Jack. So it looks like Nick Martin's taking the free kick. Gets it to Hobbs. Go back to Laverty. Get some chip marks going. Don't go to Parrish. Half-time as well. Him and his brother are brutes, says Nicky Joe. Look like Johnson winded him, I reckon, says G. Looks like he's just got winded. Yeah, hopefully he's okay. But half-time, let's go through scores. We are on 52 likes, so let's try and get 100 as quick as we can. But yeah, so Luke Jackson top scoring on 79. Going along quite her quarter last quarter, but still had like 30-something points in that quarter. Sarong 66 going on very nicely. Luke Ryan going well. Jordan Clark going well. They're both on 64. Jai Caldwell, bit of a quieter quarter there. He's had 19 disposals. Just the 2 marks and 0 tackles is what's really sort of holding him from a big score. Parrish 47, Vicentini 46. O'Driscoll 42. Nick Martin's on 40. Only 81% Tog as well was a bit disappointing. Merritt's on 38. Kako and Brayshaw 37. Jeez, Brayshaw, come on, man. 37. Like, I didn't want Brayshaw going 150 tonight because I didn't have the VC, but I didn't want him going poorly. But seriously, even if he went 150, I'd still be happy I've got him. Archer May 35. That's probably the one annoying one from tonight for me, as I didn't go him as my forward downgrade. Shea Bolton's on 30. So at the moment, going Bolton to Jackson is looking good for points at the moment. Angus Clark 28. Even though I thought he was pretty busy that quarter, still not a great score. Setterfield 25, Pryor 25, Luau 19, Zach Johnson's on 14. Bloody hell, that is really, really poor. 14, and he's played 65% time on ground. Where's it? Where's he? He was so good last week, and even the week before he's solid. Why has he changed this role? And they're using other guys more. I don't get it. I really don't. So. But oh well, it is what it is, unfortunately. We're on 54 likes as well. Brayshaw VC, Jesus Christ, says Moonboy. Miss Jackson needed a cheaper player for the other half of my trade. Was always going big solo versus rookie. Bipolar rookies, nothing changes, does it? Yeah, rookies are always up and down. So that's why you can get these guys off as quick as you can. I still think McCarthy's okay on field, but I want to try and fix that last rookie spot before the buys are out. But yeah, actually, let's have a look. We got a lot of people watching. Appreciate everyone that's tuning in so far. Because of the fact we've got nearly 90 watching, the goal is always 100. So I'd like to not be stressing about the 100 likes before the end of the stream. So if you haven't liked it yet, please do. 55 we've got now, so we're 45 away from 100. Let's see where we can get to. So I have literally not changed rank this round. Geez, I should have V-set. I should have looped. I was going to loop Johnson or Foss, and I went, no, I'll loop Foss because I'm more confident in Johnson. But unfortunately, Johnson's letting me down. He was my 20th scorer this week, so he's not going to count. Jackson, obviously, is good there as well. Nick Martin. Let's have a look at the matchup. Me versus Jeppa. I want to see who Jeppa, if he VC'd someone tonight. He better not still have bloody Kako. So, yeah, Jeppa had the VC on Brayshaw, captain on Bont at the moment. Obviously got Jackson there as well. So I wonder if he traded Kako or if he just held him. That'd be interesting if he's done that. So he's got Kako as a unique there. Be an interesting matchup, how our matchup's going to go. There you go. We've got a bit in the chat here. We're up to 60 likes. We've got so many people tuning in. Appreciate everyone that's tuning in so far. We've got a lot of chat here, actually. I'll get to it. But we got 40 likes, 40 away from 100. We got 95 watching. So if everyone smashes a like, we'll get the 100 pretty much at half time. So if anyone can smash a like and they haven't done that yet, please do. Our goal's 100. Where were we? Reckon that's an AC joint stinger. They aren't fun. Will be at HIA, says Jay Sutts. Oh my God, Brayshaw so grim, says Has. Hopefully has a good second half. Moonboy missed Jack. Oh, yeah, said that from Moonboy 4. Jackson scoring will probably slow down. If Viz is off, they'll have to run right full-time ruck, and he's pretty good. Yep, be interesting to see what happens. Marco, can you check the VCC percentages at this stage, please? Yes, I can do that. Gene, hope Big Viz is okay. Went with him instead of Zach Johnson. Big Ubche, got Jacko and shut the VC on him. Feeling pretty good. I'm sure the rest of my weekend will ruin that for me. Hopefully not, mate. Moonboy, now coach at abandoning ship on Levi, Lindsay, etc. No rookie safe. Has who saves captain from here? Rosie, Bont, Chera, or Baz? Safest is I still think the safest this week is probably Bont against Richmond, but after 50 last week, it's probably not safe. Baz is probably... Actually, no, Baz is the safest. He's gone averaging 120 plus for the year. Smith is the safest every week, in my opinion, says Moonboy. Agreed. Limits, I've done Rankin to Jackson. Yep, Merritt to Mills and Lindsay to McKercher. Thoughts on that? Otherwise, I can go McAuliffe out instead of Lindsay. You can't change it now, but I wouldn't have done Merritt to Mills. I would have preferred to have kept Merritt. I'd keep Rankin over McAuliffe. Maybe you don't get Mills. Maybe just do Rankin to Jackson, Lindsay down, and Lindsay to McKercher, and then McAuliffe down or something, and get a bit of cash for next week because McAuliffe's not playing, and Lindsay's got to go. Lindsay, McAuliffe, and Merritt's got to go. So I'd keep Rankin. I'd trade the other two out, get McKercher, and get a rookie. I'd just miss Mills for the week limits. Tim said you didn't tell me you're on today, mate. That's it, mate. You just got to keep the notifications on so you know when I'm live and everything like that. We're live every day though, so probably shouldn't shock you that I'm live, to be honest. Elizeno, Jackson slowed down a lot in that second half of the quarter. Still happy he's on track for 150, but it's more likely he'll end up around the 110, 120 mark. I think he'd go a little bit better than that, but he slowed down slightly, but still essentially on 80. Connor van der Ploeg, thoughts on Boxall, Stone and Clark to Tyro, Liddy and McKercher. Yeah, don't mind those three sort of rookies that you want to get rid of, and you're getting in a couple of rookies and McKercher. Yep, I like that. Tick for me. Best before, do you think Bailey Dale is the most must-have player this week, considering the potential fullback captain? Don't think he's a must-have this week. He's not as much value, but he's a good option. Jackson going 140, says Moonboy. I hope so, mate. Yeah, bloody Johnson's the only one really ruining it at the moment. Let's have a look at the VCC percentages, which is what Marco asked for before. They'll obviously update tomorrow. They don't always update straight away, but Baz is 13% VC, Sheasel 8%, Cherry 7%, Whitfield 5%, Dawson still 4%, Brayshaw, Dacos 4%, Gawn 3%, Gawn, Bont, Martin 3% each. Marshall, Zorko, Merritt 2% along with Sarong, and then Sinclair, Rosie, Kennedy, English, DeConing, Nasai, Dunkley, Heaney, Holmes 1%. So obviously they'll update. They don't seem like very accurate numbers there. And then Captain, Cherry 15%, Baz 15%, Gawn 7%, Marshall 7%, Dacos 6%, Whitfield, Sheasel 4%, Bont, Dawson, Rosie 2%, and then you got Dale, Kennedy, Brayshaw, Zorko, Merritt all 1%. So they're not very accurate, I don't think. So I think that they'll change. G'day. Oh, no, that was saying move ball. Tim Ashworth, am I looping Clark with Hardiman and Johnson for Rouston? And thoughts on Brock to Rouston, Gorn to X, Rankin to Dale, and Clark to Moore next week. Well, Tim, I ticked those off. Yep, I said that in the Patreon Q&A, like you asked that, and I answered that. So if you check that out, I said that. But yeah, I like the trades, and that's fine to loop Clark with Hardiman and Johnson with Rouston. That's fine. Yep, that's fine. So Tyro's a good option, says P extra size. I don't know if he's necessarily a great option. Like I've heard people say he's not really much of a possession guy. He gets intercepts and that, so he's not going to be a huge scorer, but we don't have really much else, right? So he's not a bad option. Connor Van der Play, Tyro and Liddy will play 22 this week, or McCarthy and Rouston will play 21 this week. No issue being Rouston on bye next week. Yeah, I don't mind that, Connor. I don't actually hate the idea of watching Tyro for a week and going McCarthy and Liddy and going those two and watch Tyro for a week. If you want to do that, at least lock in McCarthy. But yeah, really depends on what you want to do. Thoughts on Rankin to Horne-Francis, Pickett to Darcy, and Cleary to Liddy. Yep, don't mind those, Jaiden, those trades. Rankin, Horne-Francis, yep. Pickett to Darcy, yep. And Cleary. Yep, they get ticks from me. I've got one rookie, says Tim Ashworth, after this week. Yep, I got one after this week as well, so hopefully getting that guy at some point very soon. We're up to 63 likes as well, so we're 37 away from our 100 goal. So if you haven't done that yet, let's try and hit that as quick as we can. Any updates? Doesn't look like it from here anyway. Nut Brayshaw's still on 37. May still 35. Bolton still 30. Clark still 28. Johnson still 14. Yeah, so no real adjustments there. Bloody Zach Johnson, 4 touches, 1 mark. Pretty poor. But everyone's got him on field, right? I don't know if anyone would have really been looping him. We would have. I still think I'm not gonna say why did I loop him, because I was always like, well, I want to loop between Clark and Foss. I don't want to loop between Johnson, Clark, and then Foss. So it's like I couldn't loop all 3. So it's like, well, you loop the ones that are less likely to count. So, but yeah. Setterfield off potentially. Wonder if Brayshaw saves the 100. It doesn't matter with Setterfield. He wasn't going to him anyway, so I don't think that'll matter. But hopefully Brayshaw can save the score. Jason Haji Ali says, Bergman named full back. Is he still worth going for if he plays there, or would we expect him in the mid still? I'm still expecting him in the mids. I'm expecting him to go to a Heaney in this game. Maybe Warner, but more Heaney. So, like, you got named at full back, but I think he'll be fine. We've got nearly 89 watching, so if you haven't smashed a like, please do. The quicker we get to 100, the less I'll have to ask, I reckon. Because I reckon there'll be people going there, so, oh, we get it, we get the likes. But if you smash a like, I won't have to say it anymore. So make sure you do. Let me have a look at the Port game. Let's have a look. Bergman. Yeah, forward back pocket, yeah. Rosie's named on ball. Rosie will play in defence, I think. I know Wines is out, but they've got guys to cover him. I still think he's playing. I think he's playing the midfield still. What do we got? Just regret not fitting Jackson in. My VCs knows they have the VC on them. They just bloody know, says Moonboy. Limits, I've got 600k after those trade suggestions. Bales, pretty much any position ideally would be a green dot for 22, especially with the Essendon Rooks on field thoughts. Limits, what were the trades again? Done Rankin to Jackson, Merritt to Mills, Lindsay to McKercher. Oh, you got 600k after those suggestions, Bales. So pretty much. Oh, so you can upgrade on those guys. Can you get someone better than Mills then? Oh no, sorry, you're saying you got 600k with like those trades. So okay, so if you go Rankin, essentially it's Merritt to Jackson's done. If you go Lindsay and McAuliffe out limits, who can you get in? If you can get I'd go if you go Merritt to Jackson, Lindsay to McKercher, who can you get McAuliffe to? That would be my question. If you can get McAuliffe to someone good, then do that. Yeah, I managed to get him in also with the VC. Yes, sweet. Yeah, who can you get limits if you go McAuliffe and Lindsay at McKercher, and how much have you got? Should I tell you my trades for next week, says Tim? Probably wait for next week, Tim, just because then I'll be able to remember for next week, because I'll forget them if you tell me now. So you might as well tell me next week, and then we can revisit them then. Which dogs do I go for in the Richmond matchup? Any mids or Dale, says Mitch. I still like Bont, even though people are going to be scared off by the 50 last week. That was his worst game since his debut year. So I'm still confident in Bont. I was annoyed and pissed off last week, but it's a new week. Week's a long time fantasy. I wouldn't be shocked if Bont went 120, 130 plus. Best bit about your live stream tonight, don't need to listen to Kelly Underwood in the commentary box. Oh, please don't tell me she's commentating. Is she commentating tonight? Surely not. She's not on. It's meant to be in the main group. It's meant to be Hutto and Mark Howard, I think. Or Jared and Hutto, one of the two. Where was I? We'll buy it. Merit to Josh Dacos, locked in. So Stone to Tyro and Hardiman to Colby, or Stone to Tyro and Rankin to Darcy. I would go the first one. I'd go Stone to Tyro. Hardiman to Colby is the better trade than Rankin to Darcy. So do that one, Will. That's what I'm saying. I've got 6. Oh, have you got 600k in the? Oh, sorry. Okay, I get you now. I would still go limits. I would hold Rankin in that scenario, and I would trade McAuliffe down to a rookie. If you don't have McCarthy, you can go him. Go maybe a Liddy if you don't have him. Someone like that. Go down, and then get some cash for next week to upgrade. That would be what I would be doing. Trampled underfoot 80. Bont last week and Brady this week. I'm never VCing on a Thursday night again. Yeah, funny enough, that's the thing. I've tried steering away from Thursday night VCs unless it's an obvious one this year, just because a lot of people go for Thursday night VCs, even Friday night. I try and go a little bit different. Doesn't always work, but it's been a bit better this year. So, but again, we'll see what happens, right? So he could still save it and get a 120 easily. Any good rookies you would recommend, says Lockie Robbins, that aren't on by next week? Probably Liddy's the one that's playing this week. If you want to go early on someone, I think Dewar and McCarthy are 2 great options for next week. So you could go one of them this week, then one next week. So McCarthy, I don't have Johnson or Clark on field. I'm looping them, says Tim. Yep, good choice. Don't know. Risk it. She seems to have Dockers games. Thought it was granted. No, not on a Thursday night. No, not on a Thursday night. But appreciate you tuning in here, though. It's still good. VC Bazinad Bailey Dale says we'll buy it. Yep. Don't mind that, Will. Do you think Rowson is a red dot after 1 week? Potentially with Cornelio back post buy, because it's set he's now 1 to 2 weeks, and then Toby Green will be back post buy as well. So, Toby Green's back this week, so I think that there's a chance he's not there. What do we got? 67 likes. We got about 100 people tuning in. So if you haven't smashed a like, please do. 100 likes is the goal for every stream. We're 33 away. We've got at least 30 that haven't liked it yet. So if all of you like it, we will get the goal, and it's not even third quarter yet. Archer May doing well. He's currently looped on my forward bench, says Elizeno. What score should I loop them with? And you're talking about Johnson and Clark. You'd want minimum 60 in a best 18. You want a bit more. Depends who you're looping them with, Tim. What's your trades and captains before I go to bed? Liked it. Thank you, Will. Appreciate it. We're up to 72 now as well, so we're 28 away. We're very, very close. Trades this week. So at the moment, I've gone Hardiman down to Algier from Richmond. Whether he's the guy bringing, I'm not sure. I could go McLaughlin. I could go Dolan. A few other guys I could go in the four line. It's got to be 285k or less. Then I went Rankin to Jackson and Bolton to Josh Dacos. Or essentially Bolton to Jackson, Rankin to Josh Dacos. So that's what I've done. And VCC, I went VC on Baz, captain on Bont at the moment. So that's what I'm going with. Hardiman and Ralston looping with. If they go 55, 60, either of those guys, I'd probably take those over those two. Because Hardiman, I don't think he's going to get much more than 50. And Ralston, I know he was good last week, but yeah. But then again, if Johnson goes sub 60, maybe you play Ralston. But the Hardiman one, if Clark goes 50 plus, I'd take that. Taj next week is going to be exciting, says Best Before. What do you mean? Taj Houghton, is he going to play next week? Nice trades. Holy Bale says we'll buy it. Thank you, mate. Still got a rookie left on field, being McCarthy/Johnson, but probably McCarthy more now because Johnson's not really doing enough anymore. How many rooks on field do you guys have left? Yes, I got the one left for me, but I've upgraded a couple of the guys that aren't quite top in the line, so I'm happy with that this week. Let's have a look. Any adjustments for points? Ryan or Clark got something out of there, I think. Oh, no. Or did Sarong get... Sarong got a tackle taken away, so he's down to 62. Anything else? Doesn't look like it. No, nothing there. So John's still 14. was hoping that maybe he gets something added there, but yeah, so no adjustments, no nothing. We got 73 likes, 27 now to go. Bales, are you in my Shiva Champions League? Says Bo Feeney. Am I? I don't know. What Champions League you in, Bo? Well, I'd be interested to see if we are. Should I wait to see if Will Hayes isn't sub and get him, and then if he's sub, get on the West Coast Boys? He got dropped limits, so he's not even in the squad. He's not in the emergencies. Jackson, great pick, says Will. Thank you, mate. And yeah, been a great pick for sure. Thoughts on Alex Tyree for the Saints? How much do we trust Ross Lyon, says Gene. I don't think he'd be sub, but I want to watch him for a week. But if you need to go forward rookie, then he's probably the best one. So, what do you think about my team, says Tim? Yeah, very good, mate. You're going well. Very, very good. Playing VFL this week, he's seen by Richmond as the Bolton replacement, so if he's fit, he should play immediately. Yep, someone to watch. I'm second in your cut ranking, says Tim. Yep, no, going along nicely. What's Brayshaw doing to exceptions? He's been very quiet. If Brayshaw VC doesn't work out, I'm locking in Bont. Kind of have to against Richmond, and last year round 12 he got 159. Agreed. League 3. I think I'm in Champions League 5. Oh no, I'm in League 3. What's your team? Bo is your name here? Oh, there. Oh, Tipping Woodies. There you go. Yes, I am in your league, mate. So there you go. Vicentini's on the ground, so he's all good. Rouse nor Tyro Bales. Probably Tyro's got the better job security moving forward, so I'll go there. Gene, let's hope he doesn't get the Boxall treatment. Oh, he won't. No, he won't get the 49% guarantee, I wouldn't imagine. Dale or Bont roll into, says Will. I'd roll into Bont out of those guys, but both are solid enough options. I've got Bont as my number one option this week. Is there any solid rook that's possible to put up a good score? Because I kind of need a green dot as opposed to McCarthy or Dewar. No, it's not really. Dersman's been subbed, apparently, says Jack. There's not really an option that's going to play still. Setterfield's out there as well. There's Brayshaw first clearance, so he's up to 40. So at least he got the first touch there. So looks like Merritt's was on a wing there, but he's going to get the free kick against Voss. Kennedy or Dale, says Lachlan Marsh. If you've got the money, I'd prefer Kennedy, just because I think he's more of a top 6 forward than what Dale is, a top 6 defender, but that could change. Here's Archie Roberts. Nick Martin will probably get the ball here. Yep, +6 for Nick Martin. Parrish will probably get it here from Martin. Yep, Parrish, give it back to Martin. Give it back to Nick Martin. Easy handball. Yep. Martin handball to Laverty, so it looks like our guys are on the bench. Looks like Johnson and Clark are both on the bench, which is very frustrating. Great watch on Bales as always. Good night. Thanks, Will, mate. Appreciate it. Have a good night. Trading Kenny, McCarthy, and Tyrone fielding 22 with Loman. Thoughts? Yep. Exceptions. Tick for me. Do you think the Cats will play in the grand final with the Crows, says Tim? I think the Cats have a very, very good chance to make the grand final. Probably against Collingwood are probably the pick, you'd say. Sarong got a tackle. Not going to lie, might be a Vicentini R3 red dot in the forward line, says Jay Sutts. In the forward line, he's not forward rookie, is he? Brayshaw, another clearance, another kick for Brayshaw. There's Caldwell with a kick. Trying to go to Kako. Punched away. There's Bolton with a handball. Bolton, another handball. Amos, great kick from Amos there. Tracy lining up for goal. Watchalong tomorrow, Bell says Will. Yeah, there will be at this stage. Yep. Have you seen the new John Wick movie, says Tim? No, I haven't. I haven't seen the third John Wick movie, actually. So I've got to watch that before I do. All right, I'll just have to cop one of those Essendon Rook scores as I've got Clark Johnson and Kako on field. Yeah, but I guess the rookie bringer probably not like to score more than them anyway, because I don't see any rookie that's an obvious bring in. So I'd get McCarthy this week. I meant run the R3 red dot in the forward. Oh, run the red dot in the forward line instead. That's what I mean. So maybe getting Algier, he'll play at some point. Maybe getting the red dot there might be better, and go get Vicentini as the R3 if he's there post buys. Nod potential option next round, says Will. Yes, he is. Yep. When I get my license, can I visit? I'm from Wyala, says Tim. Yeah, mate. Maybe might be able to work out something there. There's a fantasy catch up or something like that. Yeah, cheers for the help, Basters Limit. It's all good, mate. Happy to help. Kobe Pemba Merritt looking eager this quarter, says Kobe. Definitely was doubting what I was doing this week, says Limits. All good, mate. As I said, very happy to help. Always happy to help. Elizin, I hope Brayshaw has a big second half, or I'll have to decide between Baz captain or Bont Dale captain on Sunday. Yeah. Obviously, hopefully Brayshaw goes all right from here. He's had a couple of touches already, so he's up to 43. So hopefully he can continue and get to a decent score. There's a tackle for Bolton, so that's his first mark or tackle for the game. 74 likes now, so we're nearly there. Bolton with a kick. There's Brayshaw with a kick, so Brayshaw's already had 3 kicks this quarter. There's Bolton with a handball. Fife give it back to Bolton. Tackle from Nick Martin. Good tackle from Nick Martin there. Thanks, Bales, for the 100th. 100th Tim, what's that? Thanks, Bales, for the 100th. Oh, I'm not sure what that means, Bill, but thanks, mate. You're just too good at your job, Bales. Thank you, mate. You keep me going. All good, mate. As I said, always have it help. There's a +6 for Angus Clark. Got it from Nick Martin, +6. So good to see a couple of quick +6s there from our guys. Angus Clark could be on here if they want to go through the middle. Clark's free. Clark's free. Clark's free. Pry, you idiot. Clark's still free. Archie Roberts. Clark's still free. No, Nick Martin. That's fine. We'll take that. Clark's free. Yep, cool. Going to go back to him. Love it, Nick Martin. So Clark, couple of +6s earlier. Bumps him up to 40 now. So that's already past his break even. Good. If Clark can do that, that'd be nice. You hold Bolton to the exceptions. I traded him. I traded him to Jackson. So Martin started this quarter very well. So Elizeno. Yeah, he has. Yep. And so is Angus Clark as well, which is good to see. There's another tackle from Bolton, I think. Be typical of Bolton to have a massive second half here and get to a good score. That'll be a free kick against Guelphy there, holding the ball. Try to defend off. Bales, but have you seen True Footy content? He has gone from 2K subs to 35K in 6 months. He talks a lot about draft and trade periods as well as doing game watch-alongs. Yeah, no, I've seen True Footy before. Does some good stuff over there. Do you know what the go with McAuliffe is? Has he been soft dropped or is he actually injured? I'm not sure. I don't know. Nod +6 coming up here as well. I'm not sure. Brayshaw could get it here from... No. Give it to Brayshaw. 5. No. Do you know what the... I said before. What were your trades in the end? So the exceptions. So I went... Hardiman down to forward rook. I've got Alger at the moment, but obviously he's not officially named or anything like that yet. I could go for a Dolan or something like that if he's not sub. So it's not great. But anyway, I've done that trade. Then went Rankin to Jackson, Bolton to Josh Dacos. Here's Caldwell with a kick. There's Laverty. We don't want Laverty. We want... Give it to Clark. Give it to Angus Clark. No. They go to Archie Roberts instead. Angus Clark's free if they go to... No, they're not going to go to him. No. Archer May, Mark. Go away, Archer May. Like, seriously? Like... Give it to Angus Clark. Give it to Angus Clark. Literally right there. And they've called play on, but still, it's fine. Clark with the kick. Clark doing some nice things this quarter. There's Merritt with a handball. And Peter Wright, good mark. How can I visit? What do you think about more next week, says Tim? In terms of visit, well, I guess if we ever do a meet-up, Tim, we'll let people know. And then what do you think about more? I think more's not bad next week as an option. Thoughts on Butters this week, says Footy Frenzy, or go Mills and save cash for next week? No, go Butters, Footy Frenzy. You can get Mills next week if you want. Can't stand Archie Roberts, says Lockie Robbins. I'm looping May as well, says Tim. Also watching Dylan Moore next week, says Kobe. Yep, Dylan Moore's someone I'll be keeping a close eye on as well. Yeah, Nick Martin's up 64 already, so he's had a very good quarter. Jai Caldwell's also been pretty decent so far this quarter. Yeah, the Archer May one's just the one annoying thing. He's on 41. Who's that there? Is that someone? No, Brendan Cox. Wasn't sure if that... I saw the boots. I wasn't sure if that was someone that we needed, but no. Going down the line. Lift Brayshaw, you sputters, Moon Boy. He's got a few touches this quarter so far. Just obviously he's not on the top page yet. Jackson hit out. That'll be a free kick to Jackson. Yep, Jackson free kick coming up here. Kicks it short to Carl Warner. What do you think about me looping those guys, says Tim? Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, they're rookies. Yep. If George Short goes 120, I'll feel confident to move on him next week. Yeah, yep. He's a potential option to look at. Amos was free. That was a bad choice not to kick it to him. That was a pretty open lead. Pryor, great mark. That's pay that. Yep. Pryor, look to your left. Look to your left. Oh no, there's Zach Johnson. Nick Martin +6 come up. Nick Martin's up to 70 now, so he has had a fantastic quarter. Looks like Ben Hobbs' free kick coming up here against Jordan Clark. Hobbsy, go to one of our boys. Go to Clark or Johnson, please. Yep, Zach Johnson +6 coming up. Good to see. And Johnson goes to Laverty's. Is Angus Clark next? No, Nick Martin's next. Gee, Nick Martin is racking up at the moment. That's Setterfield, I think. Setterfield, go back to Johnson. Not sure about that kick. Oh, he's gone. It's got the Perkins. Here's Angus Clark again. Handball for Clark. Might get it back here. No, he should have got it back, but Parrish is spud. Go to Zach Johnson, Hobbs. No, he's going to Angus Clark instead. Angus Clark, go to Johnson. Beautiful. Good to see a few of our guys starting to get a bit of the ball. Not a great kick from Johnson, but did get pushed as he kicked it. Oh, Erasmus, that is an awful kick. Here's Kako. Oh, that's an awful kick as well. Here's Brayshaw. Gets the handball there. Gets it to Sarong. Sarong with a kick. Trying to go to Amos. Ooh, Amos couldn't quite pick it up there. Pryor. Angus Clark again. Angus Clark starting to rack up a bit of the ball. Here's Setterfield. Do you like Dangerfield? 350 played for the Crows. Yeah, I don't have anything against Dangerfield. A lot of Crows supporters do, but at the end of the day, he played for the Crows for 10 odd years. Very good player and left to go home. They can't really have anything against him for that. He wanted to go home and he went home. Guys like Charlie Cameron, for example, that said, I want to go home, but he's from WA and went to Brisbane. That doesn't make sense. So he clearly there's some other reason. Like Jake Lever, like as well. Guys like that leave, I don't like as much, but Danger went home. He's been a fantastic player over the years. So, yeah, congrats to him on his 350th and looking like he's playing very well. So, behind there for Essendon. Was tossing up Brayshaw and Martin VC was wet the past couple of days, so went Brayshaw. I think a lot of people would have. I wasn't huge on Nick Martin tonight, but he's been great. Nick Martin's better than the Dacos pick this year. Nobody tags Martin. Did you VC Jackson's exceptions? Nah, just brought him in, but still happy regardless. Who should I put as captain instead of Dawson, says Foss Loves AFL. I've got Bont at number 1. I've got my captain from earlier, Foster, if you want to check that out. My top 10 for the week. My top 5 is on Captain's Challenge as well, if you want to you can check it there as well. But yeah, I've got Bont at 1, Whitfield 2. Got Baz at 3. There was an Angus Clark handball there as well. Brayshaw kick. Amos didn't quite mark it there. Here's Bolton for another goal, but no, Setterfield's got him. That'll be it. Yep, here's Nick Martin again. I'll have to refresh these scores because we've got a few relevant players. Here's Angus Clark again. Far out. He's going really well this quarter. Another kick for Clark. Got Johnson. You got Johnson. Oh, no, that's good. Handball to Angus Clark there. Angus Clark handball to Hobbs. Should have gone to Johnson. McGrath, you've got Johnson there. Yep, cool. Here goes Johnson. Kick it, Johnson. Yeah, cool. Johnson and Clark are having a pretty good quarters at the moment. let's refresh these scores because I dare say I think Angus Clark's going to be getting pretty close to being on this top page. Angus Clark, 57. What a score. Definitely have to be looking at looping him on at the moment. There's Archie May with a handball. Here's Merritt. Merritt inboard to Perkins. Amos has had a pretty poor year, says Stu. Yeah, he hasn't been too great this year, unfortunately. Tell you what, been let off the hook here a bit with Jackson, was looking like a certain 150. If bus plays, I can't get Clark on field. For fantasy, I chose Bailey Smith. Would Grundy be a good choice? If you could VC Bailey Smith into Grundy Foster, I'd do that with the buys. But if you've got to put a captain, Bailey Smith's the safer choice. Put Clark D6 this week, swung home to the mids. I'll be able to do that now. I'll be able to put Hasty on my field in my defence if I take Clark's score, and that means I can loop on someone. Means Foss will play over, well, not over Zach Johnson because Johnson's locked in. But if I can take Angus Clark's score, that's fine. Here's Brayshaw handball. 19 years old, Caddy's just a beast. Look at that tackle, says best before. Oh, he's a great, he's a gun. So good. Yeah, Brayshaw 51. So at least he's past 50, but still, the fact he's only just past 50 in this 8.5 minutes left in this quarter is a bit disappointing, especially in such a good matchup here. Rowston or Liddy scores. Thoughts, Bale, says Coleman. I'd go Liddy because he doesn't have a bye coming up. That's where I'd go. Stu, this is Jackson's problem. His dream matchup doesn't put it away. Oh, guys, he's on 88. Like, I know he was on track for a 200 at one point, but he was never going to keep that sort of pace up for 4 quarters. I'm still happy regardless. Like, he's going on very nicely. Caddy, go back. Go to Johnson. Johnson's there. No. Don't go to Arch. Really, Archer May of all people? Seriously? I should. If I'd gone Archer May, I'd be pretty happy. But unfortunately, I didn't. Frustrating. Johnny Clark. Oh, bloody Pryor got it instead of Johnson. Got both of them. Just mean they're scoring this week, says Kyle. Okay, cool. Rouston might go okay this week. Liddy, I'm interested to see how he goes. Blokes expecting 300. The exceptions. Stu, I mean for VC, Gorn would get 140, says Stu. Oh, okay, yeah, cool. Yeah, no, I understand. Yeah, I understand that, right? But he's 88. He's still on track for a 120, 130, and you'd be pretty happy with that. So, but Luke Ryan, Jordan Clark are the ones racking up still. Those defenders doing it again. That's a behind. Nick Martin, 79. What a quarter. 39-point quarter for Nick Martin so far. Bales, look at GOS ends. I don't think Rouston plays, says G. I think he was really good last week. He'd be pretty stiff to get dropped. I'll have a look, but he'd be stiff to get dropped. That was the other thing with Cornelio back post by. That was my worry with Rouston. He might just be another guy might only be sub every now and again. There's Brayshaw, good crumb. Jackson didn't quite take the mark, but Brayshaw kick. Let's have a look at these ins and the team for GWS. So got Green, Stringer, Angwin, Ware, and Leake. So on the bench, Stringer, Brown, Rouston, Riccardi, Delana, Angwin, Ware, and Leake. So I think that Leake, Angwin, and probably Delana will be the 3 that don't play. And then maybe Jacob Ware's the sub. That's probably what I would, if I was to project, that's what I'd pick. Tackle for Jackson there. Advantage, so Caldwell will get the kick there as well. But yeah, Rowson on the bench, there's obviously is a small chance he is a sub. Leak won't place his call. No, he won't, no. Limits Bales, which fast food chain does the best chips? Tom, fresh chips, KFC, without a doubt. Fresh chips from KFC are the best chips, hands down. Kitty or Rouston? I'd go Liddy over Rouston, Tim. That's who I'd go for, because I'm assuming you mean Liddy from Port Adelaide. So I'd go Liddy. Go to Johnson. Go short to Johnson. Oh, Peter, I did not even look. He just went long down the line. Archer May got a bloody handball. Go away, Archer May. Seriously, man. KFC chips 100% said Dane Martin. HJ says Jaiden Branch. If no sub, Tyro goes 60. What do you think, Bales? I think he'll be more of a 40 to 55 player, but I haven't watched a lot of him, so I wouldn't know. Rasmus got the handball away. Oh, Caldwell went down. I'm not sure what happened there from Caldwell. Archie Roberts did. Oh my God, Johnson was free again. There's Sarong, handball for Sarong. Sarong again. Sarong kid goal here. Yeah, goal for Sarong. A little bit frustrating because I thought Sarong was having a bit of a quieter quarter. Not sure what happened to Setterfield there, actually. Setterfield's down. What are you doing tomorrow, says Tim? Got another watch along and got our pre-lockout chat as always. Always ask for extra chicken salt. You get crispier chips, says Gene. Why not Rouston, says Tim? Because he might be sub, but he might not be their post buy because Cogs will be back. So what happened to Setterfield here? Yeah, bit of a hard hit from O'Driscoll there. Caldwell 81, Sarong 80. Bloody hell. Caldwell and Sarong are the two that I don't have. That's slightly frustrating. They're going well, but got him in game day squad at least, so I'll take those scores there. Just need Johnson really to get going. He had a couple of touches early, but Sarong was the answer, says Moonboy. Jay Sutts, I think Tyrell will be a 50 if Keeler can go 60, playing that tall down back. Then a bloke who actually knows what he's doing could be good. Yeah, I think he'll be all right. He's obviously an option for sure. What do we got? We've got 76 likes, so we're 24 away from getting our 100 likes. We've got over 100 people watching now, so if we can get the 24 people that haven't smashed a like yet to do that and hit our goal of 100 likes, that would be fantastic. That'll be a Sarong tackle and a Sarong hole in the ball. So Sarong's gone from being like an average quarter to now it's pretty good. I think Jackson's gone down forward. Go to Jackson? No, Jackson wasn't there. Thought he was, but that'll be a tackle for Johnson because he ended up with it, so that's good. I got Jackson VC tonight. What would you take, says Corey? I'm still 110 plus, but if he goes 115, 120 plus, you take that. Bales, I got the VC on Sarong. What line would you take? We'll check with these after, but anything 110, 115 plus, I like taking, just to have the score locked in. Perkins handball missed Johnson. That's fantastic. There's Banfield. Here's Sarong again. Another kick for Sarong. Trying to go to Jackson, but goes to Vicentini instead. Okay, Vicentini, look to your left. Look to your left. You got Johnson there. No, don't go. What are you doing? Why are you going to Blackiston when he's on someone, you idiot? God, these players are stupid. Can you tick off these trades? Levi to Sam Darcy, Rivers to McKercher, Oliver to Mills, or do you suggest something different, says Stan? Yeah, I like those trades. Yep, ticks from me. Never asked for extra peri-peri salt at Nando's. Just overpowers the chips. Yeah, agreed. Yep, they'd put just enough, which is always good. Obviously, Sarong's a great choice again this week, but it's a good matchup. I think this performance and last week just making a bigger tag target, says Limits. Agreed. Handball from Sarong there. O'Driscoll with a handball as well. Kako tackle. I only have 57k if I go Rouston. Yep, that's fair enough, Tim. Tony, can't wait to trade Mare out next week. Elizano had Sarong since round 5. Been a great hold through the buys. Who's got the free kick? Oh, Jackson, free kick. Jackson lining up for goal. For his third. The Unicorn. Let's see how he goes. Why can't Brayshaw do this as Jack? I don't know why Brayshaw isn't going well. Like Sarong's going well, Brayshaw's not. How is Merritt so bad at fantasy, says Corey. He's just playing a poor team at the moment. and getting tagged as well by Wagner. Regardless, he does go up a lot of money against his limits. Yes, yeah, agreed with about Sarong. Jackson, has he got it? He's got it. Third goal for Jackson. Still, I should take it back. He's a beast. Yep, he's been great. If Liddy's the sub, do I go Rouston? Oh, yeah, if Liddy's the sub, yeah, go Rouston. There you go. Jackson's over the ton. So good to see him ton up. 105. So there you go. Back to the number one scorer of the game. Sarong's on 93 as well. So, yeah, Sarong's obviously going along very nicely. But again, he's had 22 touches, a couple of goals, 3 marks, 3 tackles. But again, still going along very nicely. Jackson breaks the 100, says Kobe Pemba. Corey Blackledge, I'm so glad I missed Brayshaw in Captain's Challenges trying to get top 15 this week overall as 20 for the season. Yeah, unfortunately, I went Brayshaw as 4, so that's going to be annoying for me. But I think Mitch went in 1 as well, so I might gain some ground on Mitch. I think a lot of people would have had Brayshaw top 5 this week. Like, the matchup was too good, but he just hasn't taken advantage of it. Jackson handball, Sarong kick coming up. Sarong's just been very good tonight. I don't know why they haven't done a tighter tag on him, but yep, interesting. Here's Brayshaw. Brayshaw going for goal. And goal for Brayshaw. There you go. At least Brayshaw kicked a goal. Good to see. Hey, Merritt, I paid over $1 million for him, and he's been terrible ever since, says Louis O'Leary. Besides the Richard matchup, I was a bit concerned about Merritt's run to the bye, and unfortunately that's come to pass. Brayshaw finishes strong, though, says Cody Pemba. Brayshaw, keep holding him for good matchups, but he still does nothing. He's got good matchups at the bye, though. He's got Gold Coast and Richmond. There goes Brayshaw, bang. 65, not awful. We know he's got a 40, 50-point quarter in him, so there you go. At least he kicked a goal. At least he's done all right. It's just 0 tackles is the interesting thing for him. As someone that's tackled a lot this year is interesting, but at least he's getting to an okay score, and hopefully he can go well in this last quarter and get to a 110 score, or even more, so people can potentially think about taking it. Sarong handball. Brayshaw kick again, so Brayshaw finishing the quarter strong. Bolton's out the back. That's a throw. Yeah, Roberts, good tackle on Bolton. Bolton probably should have finished off there. Crap, how's Angus get to almost 60, says Cody Pemba. He's had a great quarter. So Roberts, have you got Johnson short? He does, but he's not going to go to him. How is Sarong outmarking Vicentini? That's just crap. That's crap. The fact that Sarong is outmarking Vicentini, that's this ton for Sarong now as well. That's just so shit. How is he outmarking regardless if it's his debut, a ruckman? There's Johnson with a handball. Setterfield goes to Caddy. Bolton so self, says G. Yeah, agreed. Yep, I owned him, and he's always been selfish, right? Even when he had the great Dusty Martin next to him, he would ignore him and wouldn't go to him. So, yeah, no surprise. But yeah, bloody Sarong. Tunning up. 104 for Sarong now. Very frustrating as a non-owner. Sarong really pissing me off now, says Jack. Yeah, he's been very, very good. It's particularly this quarter. Like, he was on track for he's had, 42-point quarter, Sarong. So he's just gone absolutely ham. That'll be a tackle for Brayshaw there. So Brayshaw will be over 70 now. There's Angus Clark with a handball. Again, McGrath, he is so shit. There's a Brayshaw handball, Sarong handball. So Brayshaw's really racking up late in the quarter here. McGrath is just so shit. Good defending there from Angus Clark, even though he doesn't get points for it. Bolton kick, and that's 3/4 time. Yeah, it's Bolton, though. What do you expect as limits? No, I don't expect anything else. There we go. We'll go through the scores, but we are on 78 likes, so we're 22 away from 100. So if you haven't smashed a like, please do. We do have over 100 watching, so if we can get that done before the end of the stream, that'd be fantastic. Literally takes 2 seconds of your time just to click the like, and it helps us out a whole bunch. So if you could do that, that'd be fantastic. So what are the scores looking like when they update? Or is this up? Actually, I'll refresh just because I'm not sure if they're updated, but let's have a look. Let's have a look and see how we're looking. No stats available. Okay, here we go. Let's have a look. Let's refresh. There you go. So Jackson's on 109. That's already, regardless of what he does from here, I'm very, very happy with that trade in. Sarong's on 106. He's been very good tonight. Luke Ryan, 103. Jordan Clark, 98. Caldwell, 81. Nick Martin, 79. So he had a great quarter there, 39-point quarter. Parrish and Brayshaw. So Brayshaw got to 70 in the end. So he had a 32-point quarter there. So if he can have another 30-plus point quarter here, he could still ton up, definitely for sure. Definitely for sure. That makes a lot of sense. Angus Clark, 59. That's pretty solid. What do we got here? Viga Vistini, 49. So he didn't have a great call there, but obviously he had that injury and gave away a couple of free kicks there. Merritt's on 49. Wow, okay, that's disappointing. Archer May's on 48. That's frustrating as a non-owner. Could have brought him in. Looks like he might get to a 60. Bolton's on 47. That's disgusting. I'm very, very glad I traded him. Prize on 46, Setterfield 46, Kako 44. Kako was quiet that quarter. And Zach Johnson's on 32, so he obviously was pretty poor as well in that quarter. So that's frustrating, but it is what it is. I'll just be seeing what Foss scores and then get the best score of him and Angus Clark at least on field. What a good fantasy quarter. Some massive fantasy relevant efforts, says Kobe Pemba. Agreed. Corey Bodge got Jackson VC and Supercoach 147 with a quarter to go. Could get 200 first double to do it. First double ton. I went Jackson VC and Supercoach as well, actually. So hopefully he goes well. Well, he's already going well. Anyway, Zach Butters a good target, says Lee Everett. I still like Butters the target, yep. I went Rankin to Jackson, says Corey. I went Elijah Hewitt to Jackson this week because I went Bice down to McCarthy on my bench. Blake Shotton, should we hold Merritt on his buy or get rid of him? I think you could almost get rid, but he does have Gold Coast Richmond post buy, which is 2 great matchups. So it just depends if you're heavy. If you're heavy on buy, trade. If you're not, then hold. Louis Leary, Josh Tracy outscoring Merritt just sums up Merritt. Yeah, agreed. Damian Martin, never forget that Essendon took McGrath over Taranto McCluggage. Yeah, very, very bad pick. Louis Leary, I get he has a good run, but I'm so close to trading. Yep, that's fair enough. Kobe Pammer, Docker should swap tag to Caldwell from Merritt last quarter. Baylor says, Bont on the 3-quarter time ads. It's official, lot to see away on him. Yeah, he was on the halftime ads as well, so there you go. Jordy sent me another unicorn emoji, so I'll send him one back. He's obviously very, very happy with his boy, Luke Jackson. See on Baz or Sheasel, says Proposition Joe. Go Baz. Go Baz. Do you like sharks, says Tim. Yeah, they're pretty cool. Bradley Smith. Darcy on borrowed time, not having Jackson solo ruck is madness. Yeah, well, he's been great tonight, so I think that they're going to continue it moving forward. Gareth Evans, who do you reckon scores better out of Clark and Carroll? If you're talking about Mac, it's definitely Angus Clark from here. Like, I don't think Carroll scores much more than a 50. So I know he did last week, but he's been pretty much a 40s guy. So no, definitely Clark from here. But wait till after the game to take the score. Kobe Pemba, wow, Hewitt break even so low. I might get attached to break even. Never thought Hewitt to anybody. Says Cody Pember. Yep, fair enough. Best before, have Sarong and Jackson and bloody Merritt is torpedoing my team. Yeah, he's been annoying. Would you go shark diving, says Tim. Probably not. I'd probably prefer to stay away. Lockie Inglis, who's a good option instead of Merritt? Who's that for, Lockie? What's that for? To what, captain or trade in or something? Sebastian, went Rankin to Jackson. Keen to see if Rankin can pick it up again. I have Smith, Kennedy, Martin, Jackson, Warner, and Daniel. Now with Petrarca on bench. One will move to the mids next week. Yeah, that's fair enough as well. We're on 84 likes as well, so make sure you do smash a like. We're 16 away. We are very, very close to 100 likes, so please smash a like. Let's try and get it done before the fourth quarter starts. So if you've got a second account, third account on YouTube, go smash a like on there so we get the 100. That'd be fantastic. Bradley Smith, can Levi Ashcroft bounce back for those who had to hold, or is he definitely looking for that buy? No, definitely trade out, Brad. I wouldn't be holding. His break-even's 113. He's got to go. Any late adjustments for points? Doesn't look like it. Looks like no adjustments at all. Archer May 48, far out. I should have. If I'd gone Archer May, I'd be very, very, very happy. I'm still happy enough, right? But yeah, not getting a rookie that was playing, that wasn't sub, might have been the play. Jacos, Richards, or Butters, says Jack. I've got the Jacos versus Butters decision this week, and I'm going Dacos for the better matchups in the short term, and I'll go Butters after. Because Dacos' break-even's low, whereas Butters is still at a break-even over 100, so I'm going to wait. Does Jordox know about my team, says Tim? Yeah, he does, yep. Yeah, he says you're going along very nicely. Best for Sean Darcy, agent got him fit for once this season. They took 8 years of Frez money, and now he's host forevermore. Gareth Evans, do you reckon Nod would be a great trade-in next week? Potentially, yep, someone I'm looking at. Corey Blage, I'm considering trading Amon to Bergman and leave Ashcroft to Colby potentially. I like those trades, mate, if you can do them. Yep, G. Still a quarter to go. Bales expect a 40-point quarter from Johnson. Let's hope, mate. Hopefully he can. But last quarter is underway. Let's see what Jackson and that can end up on. Here is Jackson, though. Doesn't get a touch there. Merritt handball. Nick Martin handball. Angus Clark kick. So Angus Clark's over 60 now. Good to see. Dave Martin reluctantly kept Hardiman. Might be about to loop him on for Angus Clark's score at this rate. Yeah, well, Angus Clark's gone pretty well tonight, which is good. There's Merritt and Setterfield misses. See, that's what I mean. Like, Merritt's not a bad player. His teammates around him are just not up to AFL standard. Like, that should be an easy kick Setterfield should be making every day of the week. And he kicks it over Merritt's head and there's a +6 missing. Who's your top 8 prediction, says Tim? Probably the top 8 as of now, I think. I think they'll be the top 8. But it will be interesting to see how it goes. Good step by Chapman there. Sarong just gets a handball. The mark wasn't called 16, so he gets a +2. Chapman, that should be holding the ball. Took too long. No, they didn't pay it. Okay, fair enough. And then Archer May lining up for goal. You're kidding me. Oh. That's a bad decision. Bad decision, me not going Archer May, and I went for the cheaper guy. That's really frustrating. Yep, and May kicks the goal. Far out. Why did I not? He's gone 60 now. Would have been decent for cash gen as well. God damn it. There's some lights, balances, limits. Thanks, mate. We're up to, we just got 10 to go, so we're on 90. So if you haven't liked it, please do a 10 away. Very, very close. Setterfield's taking a few hard knocks today, says G. Yeah, agreed, but still, should be missing that kick. What does Clark have to score to swap trades from Nas in to Jacos in to take the loop? I'd be going Josh Dacos in anyway, Jack, to save the money, personally. Merritt's drop-off needs to be studied, says Stu. Oh, no, it's just tags and bad team. Dogs will make the 8 with the run for sure. How do we sign up to the Patreon, Bales? The link's in the description, Bailey. There should be the link below. Patreon.com/AFL Fantasy Fanatics. And sign up there, mate, if you want to get involved. Lineup builder. Hey, man, are you looking for an upgrade on your graphics? Yeah, that would be something I'd be keen on, mate. If you've got something in the works potentially for me, that would be pretty good. Just bring him in next week, Bales, says Kyle Mann. I could, but it means I'm bringing in some rookie that I don't really want this week. Week after, I mean. Well, I could, but May loses a week of cash movement next week, no stress. No, but it's the fact I'm bringing in a rookie I don't like anyway. I might as well have gone May, who was playing. So that's frustrating, but yeah. But yeah, lineup builder, if you've got some graphics for me, mate, then message me on one of the socials that are in description, mate, and happy to see if we can get something there. There you go. So we're on 92 likes as well. So we are only, what are we? We're only 8 likes away from 100. So please smash a like on the video if you can. Followed you on Twitter, says Lineup Builder. Thank you, mate. Appreciate it. I'm not. Can you message? Just send me a DM on Twitter, and we can see what we can do. There's Jackson with a handball, Sarong handball, Brayshaw handball. So all the guys getting a handball right there. Angus Clark handball there, gives it to Nick Martin. No, out of bounds. Damn it. Watch Brayshaw still ton, says Corey. Who do I bring in? Marshall, English, or TDK? I'd actually go English there, Zane. I'm just a bit worried with the rumours of Marshall playing a bit hurt, so I'd go him there. Baylor says Voss is just a plus size Papley with his celebration pretty much look the same too. Should I loop May with Lohman? I would, yes. Now, Tim, I'll do that. Yep. Pryor, great mark. You got Robert short. Go to your right. Go to your right. You've got Angus Clark is probably next in the chain. Archie Roberts, go to Angus Clark. Angus Clark. Clark's got Frederick on him at the moment. He's going to Clark. Come on, Clarkie, get the mark. God damn it. Can't catch Vossi after a goal, says Limits. Marshall is such a rumour generator. Holy hell. Yeah, he's had a few injuries this year, unfortunately. Which unfortunate. 93 likes now as well. 7 away. Please smash a like on the video if you can. Jackson tackle, I think. Caldwell handball. And Archer May free kick. My God. Archer May, go away, please. This is absolutely bullshit. How is he going to score like a 70? I didn't think he was capable of getting anywhere near 70, let alone bloody going well. No, I didn't think he was going to get 60, let alone near 70. Seriously. That's very, very frustrating. If I really need to go May. With low team value as well, Archer May would have been really, really handy. Jackson or Sarong tackle. I'm not sure who that will get it. Vicentini been more competitive in the second half. Jackson 3 goals make it look bigger than it is, says best before. I think Jackson still have been the number one ruck, clearly. Let's do a bit of a score refresh. Jackson 119. There you go. Yeah, you got the tackle in the end, I think. Brayshaw 78 now as well. Jackson, another hit out. Not sure if they added that, but it could be 120. 200%, just not a pushover like some rookies. Yeah, agreed. Yeah, yep. Fife kick. Warner gives a handball to Sarong. Sarong handball. Here's Jordan Clark again. Good kick to Bolton. Oh, Bolton's dropped the chest mark. Oh, God, that's not going to go down well with some of those free defenders around him. Sorry, Essendon defenders around him. O'Driscoll. Tap on Clark with a handball. Oh, Sarong plus. So Sarong's now getting in defence of plus 6s as well. That's really frustrating. So Sarong 119, Jackson's 121. You think these Freo defenders are targets with these scores, or just a home game against Essendon pop score? I think it's more that. I think it's more about the Essendon pop score. Vicentini, good mark. Give the handball off to Martin. Yep, that's fine. Where's Zach Johnson? Is he still on the bench again? There's too many Essendon defenders or Essendon players that got these red boots. Luke Ryan again. Yeah, see, it's just the matchup. It's just great for these intercepting defenders. This Bolton guy's a hard watch, says David. Agreed, mate. I'm glad I traded him this week. I never should have brought him in, but Murphy Reed marks and plays on. Bolton with the handball. Keeps it in. There's a nod. Nod snap. And it's a nod goal. Good goal from Nod. O'Driscoll is going to impact Sarong and Brayshaw scores when fully fit again. He did it in the first 8 games. Something to keep a watch on. Yeah, he'll play that wing, maybe some CBA role. But yeah, he's been great. Sarong 125. Far out. That's such a bad miss by me. I should have brought him in 2 weeks ago. Cashgen's crazy as well that he's done. Jackson obviously good. Clark and Ryan both tonned up. Brayshaw still 78. Archer May 64. That is so frustrating. Angus Clark 64 as well is good. Just really need Johnson to get going. That's what we need. Not as such a wholesome nickname, says Limits. Either on the run or at a tight angle or both. Mate, Nod is good for a goal every game. Owning all Jackson, Sarong, Ryan, loving this game, says Elizeno. Jack, Sarong 125, now 50 more than Brayshaw. Very hungry. Yeah, he's been good tonight. 5 subbed out, says Corey. I'm more worried about Young coming back affecting Sarong and Brayshaw, says Kobe. Yeah, agreed. Yeah, that's a good shout. How can Johnson go massive 1 week and so quiet next, says Footy Frenzy? They're just not, they haven't used him at all in this game. Why has Aish been subbed on I thought he's in the mids, but he's not. There's Jackson, handball to Sarong. Jackson's the number 1 ruck. There's no doubt in my mind that he's the number 1. Oh, Jackson got a knee in the back there. And he's feeling it as well. Here's Bolton. And he's missed it. It's a bad miss. Hopefully Johnson's okay. Gets up and can get maybe a short kick here. No, McGrath. There you go. McGrath, typical. Idiot. Goes long. Oh, I like it though. Jackson, intercept mark. We'll take it. Now I really do wish I went Jackson VC. That would have been massive. Give the handball off to Johnson's right there. And of course, Parrish can't take it cleanly. Banfield. Here's Nod again. No, Bolton, good crumb. That's holding the ball against Nod. Oh no, free kick to Nod, I think. Yeah, free kick to Nod. Line out for his second goal. I really went Kennedy and McKercher over Jackson and Sarong last week, says LM. Yeah, I would have gone Kennedy and McKercher as well, to be fair. S Fusion says, at least this should take the tag away from Brayshaw in the coming weeks. Agreed. I had Jackson in my captains and changed it today. Had him at 2. Yeah, that would have been a good pick. We are 7 likes away from 100, so if you haven't smashed a like, please do. 100's our like every stream, so please smash a like. We only need 7 more. Oh, geez, no, Driscoll's missed that one. That's a bad miss. Bont goes a guaranteed 140 this week. You'll be fine, Bales. Oh, I got Baz VC, so prior to Laverty. Seriously, can we start going to like Angus Clark and Johnson more, please, instead of these bloody stupid defenders? And there's Archer May with a handball and a tackle. Piss off. He scored 70. What an absolute load of shit. And he's going to get it back here again. No, he didn't get a touch there, thankfully. Caldwell handball. Oh, geez, that's high tackle against Aish. God, this is so frustrating. Really, really frustrating. That's holding the ball. Had a free out. No. Jeez, come on, umpire. Pay it earlier. Brayshaw handball. There's Erasmus. Here's Gresham. Martin Dead discourse says Kobe. Yeah, he's only had the one handball. Very quiet after going along very nicely in the first few quarters. Kako to Luau. Well, I'm stoked with the Sarong VC, says Kyle Mann. Where was I? Did Gorn to Dogger and made him VC. Let's go, says Brendan Young. Yeah, mate, be very, very happy with what's his Jackson VC. Very, very happy. Do you think Brayshaw's a better option long term than Sarong? Says Gareth Evans. Yes, I do. Yeah, except now he's on the bench. Great, says Kyle Mann. And Ben Docker's forward line most quarter, and he's nowhere, says Kobe. Yeah, agreed. Luau, that is a goal. So another goal of the Bombers. A bit of a refresh. Haven't done that for a few minutes. Jackson 130. Jeez. Sarong 128 as well. Archer May 70. Exactly. That is just, I'm so annoyed I didn't go there. That would have been great for Cash Gen. And he's only like 15k more than one of those cheap guys. So I wish I went there. It's annoying. Angus Clark still 64. Merritt still 53. Wow. Bolton 53. I remember going Merritt over Nick Dacos in RDT a few weeks ago. And it's just been awful. It's more like, sorry, 6, 7, 8 weeks ago, probably a long time ago. Yeah, Johnson's on 32. Yeah, very, very frustrating. Johnson and May are the two ones that have annoyed me tonight. Should Crows make a play at Sean Darcy or happy with Rob? I do not want Sean Darcy, Toby. Sean Darcy, good ruck, but he can't stay fit. I don't want a ruck that can't stay fit. And it'd be too expensive to buy anyway. Rasmus free kick, not sure what that was for. Going to Brayshaw. Brayshaw +6 coming up. Jackson 150, I feel, says Corey. Archer pulling a Kako in the first game. He'll only average 40 after this game, says best before. Oh, yeah, but still, I had no other forward rookies ready to go to. I should have just gone him because he was playing, but yeah, very frustrating. Pretty happy with Merritt to Jackson, says Limits. Yeah, he would be, definitely. Shall I loop Johnson with Rowson or Liddy on field? Rowson's probably going to score better this week, Tim, so maybe him. But if he's a sub, then play Liddy. If Liddy's not the sub, I think Port play before GOS. If Liddy's not the sub, I'd play him. There's Nick Martin. Could be holding the ball, but that's a high tackle against Voss. No need to do that. Merritt cost me a cash league for sure. 2 weeks and his score won't drop. It won't be in my best 18. Darcy will go to Eagles, I reckon, if he goes. But I think he stays. 4 likes to 100. Yeah, we're on 96. We're nearly close to 100. So if you haven't liked it, please smash a like on the video. Brayshaw, nothing there. Go away, McGrath. Brayshaw tackle. Well, it should be anyway. Pretty happy after doing Bolton to Jackson, says Mac Hansen. Yeah, I'm very happy, Max, with that as well. So, yeah, very, very happy. There's a not sure if that's tail for Brayshaw. I don't think it'll count, unfortunately. And Archie Perkins again. Yeah, slam it on the boot, mate. Don't look for any options whatsoever. And Archie May's going to get another free kick here. Go away! Seriously, how is this guy scoring 74? This is bullshit. Why did I not get him? This is so frustrating. He's going to make decent cash. The only thing is he'll be a downgrade target post-buy as a forward target. That's the only thing that'll be positive about him. No, we don't need another Rux's Limits. Bells, you reckon I should trade Loman? I changed my team from what I sent you. It's 22 on fill with him and 21 without. So should I trade him this week or next week? I'd hold for another week and trade him next week if you can trade someone else. And Gresham, goal for Gresham. 8.5 minutes to go. May's a forward. Yeah, I was going to say May's a forward. Far out. Archer May's now in the top page. Oh, and Brayshaw's on 96 as well, just quietly. He's getting to the ton. Archer May, that's gonna be really annoying. I could have looped him on as well over Lohman, and he could have been one of the bottom scorers. Pretty happy I got May, but annoyed I got Johnson. Yeah. Bloody May, seriously. We're still 3 likes away from 100, so let's get to the ton. We're nearly there, so just need 3 more legends to smash a like on the video if you can. Brayshaw just continues to get it done to his limits. Yeah, he just finds a way. So a good second half to get there. It just would have been good if he had a better first half. Sarong got the kick there. There's Angus Clark handball. Nick Martin handball as well. Trying to go to Caldwell. Not a good handball. They had bloody Zach Johnson running there that they could have gone to. And again, Parrish just on the boot, not looking for an option at all. What's the line for Brayshaw VC? 115 and 120 if he gets there. I'd still look at, 110 plus 115 and take that. Yeah. LeBronzo Ball says, are we still riding with Zerrett to his bye? I think a lot of people are going to trade, particularly after this performance he's dished up again tonight. But he does have Gold Coast and Richmond Post bye, so that's the only thing I'd be looking at. Jackson, another hit out. Tracy, good mark. Really good mark. Let's do a bit of a refresh. Haven't done that in a little bit. Yes, we're on 130 now as well. Caldwell was almost about to tick over the ton. Bales, why didn't we believe in Sarong? Oh, yeah, it's, again, on those things. I just didn't think he was going to continue to put up these big scores, but this is now going to be 2 weeks in a row now that he's gone big. Brayshaw handball, so he's on 99. And Jeremy Sharp's there. With 8 minutes left, someone get Bales a paramedic. May finish with 90 to 100 from here, says Westfall. I hope he doesn't. I'm going to be really annoyed if he did. Do I loop Johnson or put Rouse and Liddy on field? Yeah, Tim, I answered that before. If Liddy's not the sub, play Liddy. If he's the sub, put Rouse on field. Just do whichever one's not the sub first. I couldn't get Sarong last week, had too many mids. Chris, did you end up putting the VC on Jackson? Says, no, I didn't, unfortunately. I went for Baz tomorrow night. So I thought about Jackson, but I thought, nah, he hasn't gone over 120 this year. I thought I want to try and get a good score. Here we go. Zach Johnson kick in. Would have been nice if he had these earlier instead of when the game's nearly done. Play on, Johnson. Play on. Go to Angus Clark. That'd be really handy. Goes to Parrish. Caldwell tackle there. That'd be the Caldwell ton as well. Should I get Liddy Bales if he's not sub or just stay with McCarthy? Should I get Liddy? If Liddy's not sub, you can go get him and get McCarthy next week. Chapman, good kick. And Frederick, will you be looping on Clark? Yeah, I'll get a look at Foss and see how Foss goes there, but more than likely, yes, I'll be looping him on at this stage. What would you take from Brayshaw as VC going to bat, says Has? As I said, 110, 115 plus I'll be looking at. Jackson soon to be 180 for Supercoach. Yep, very, very nice. And Frederick, is that a goal? No, he's missed it. And Pryor's got the kick in. So we get one Johnson kick in, and then Pryor's got the kick in again. Go on, Clark. Call for it, mate. And Prize going long yet again. Here's Kako again. Go away, Kako. At least he didn't kick to Archer, mate. Oh, Archer, mate's probably going to get it here, though. Perkins, Brayshaw, good bump. Please don't get Archer May a tackle. Good. Ryan got a handball there. There's Sarong again with another kick. So Sarong just continues to do this. Johnson not good this week, says Grover. No, definitely not. I got in Luke Jackson last week and Sarong this week, so I'm very happy with how they perform, unlike Merritt, says Bol. Good trades, mate. Very, very nicely done. Don't know if Brayshaw got a handball there, but if he did, that's his ton. Parrish roll a watch halfback all night, says best for. I haven't honestly noticed watching it. I haven't watched him too closely, to be honest. Brought in Vigo for Boyd because he had a green dot, but didn't expect that score, says Chris. This is why I didn't get Johnson last week. Annoying, says Jack. Yeah, and a lot of people would have gone to him this week, and he's been pretty disappointing. So they just haven't used him all night. They've just gone for every other player aside from him. Oh, thank God Cox got a hand in there because May was going to be lined up for a third and go 80 plus. Can't believe Essendon played less rookies in the year after drug sale than in 2015. Yeah, I know. Very interesting. Just under 4 minutes to go now. I went Johnson last week, so it was fine for me, says Grover. Yeah, anyone that went Johnson last week be happy enough. With obviously, we'll be very happy. There's Jordan Clark's gone over 130 as well. He's had a massive score again. So if you held him through his bye, you'd be very, very happy with his scoring. Brendan Cox there. Martin's been disappointing, says Lee Everett. Yeah, but really besides that third quarter where he went massive, he hasn't done much outside of that, to be honest. So he has been disappointing. They're using Parrish as an outlet rather than Johnson, which makes sense. Nobody could have known before the game, says best before. Yeah, it's just frustrating, though. I don't know why after Johnson played so well last week, you'd play Parrish at halfback. It just a bit stupid. In keeper team, who would you VC this week? TDK or Grundy? Definitely Grundy, Corey. Cherry's up. TDK's up against Cherry and Pitney got named, so Grundy definitely. Jackson, another hit out. Here's Jackson again. Jackson with a handball. Amos, good mark there. Very good mark. What do you got? 2 minutes 50 to go. Not long to go now. Oh, Amos, that's an awful kick. I think he was trying to find Sarong, but didn't go anywhere near him. And out of bounds. Baylor says Jackson, Clark, Brayshaw, Martin, and Clark. So you got all those guys. Very, very happy. Clark, obviously, great score. Are we getting Sarong or just letting this go? Moonboy, I'm just letting this go. He's been great this week, but he's got Windhager next week. He's pretty much just shown this week that Windhager will definitely be going to him next week. So, Johnson, I thought there was going to be something there. Frederick getting away from a couple of defenders and kicking a goal. Another goal for Freo. Not the worst debut from Jackson. We take those, says Has. Oh, mate, 100%. Sarong going to be 1.04 mil. Ridiculous, says Jack. Well, it's 100 over 100k in 2 weeks. What's merit on, says Moonboy? Not a lot, that's for sure. 6-point quarter for Martin. Displeasing me so far, says Kobe Pemba. Yeah, but everyone's got him, though. So just if you VC'd him. Limits Amos went to my school. There you go. But yeah, as I said, the frustrating one tonight for me, well, there you go, Brayshaw has got the ton, is not going for Archer May. If I went Archer May, I'd be pretty happy. Fantasia went to mine limits, says Bay. Yeah, there you go. Baylor Cetus, 54 merits on. Yeah, there you go. Luke Jackson, 141. And Jordy actually messaged me at 3/4 time saying that he's like 140 here. So there you go. How nice to go from Bolton having to scroll down to find him to Jackson tonight, says LM. Oh, mate, 100%. I'm very glad that I've got nearly 100 points from that trade. And they're the trades that can really help you. And they'll help me at least a little bit. So I was just glad I traded him. So Caldwell with a kick. Caldwell's been quiet in the second half. Peter Wright nearly took the mark on the floor. Merritt nearly got Clark there. There's Luke Ryan for a +6 coming up. Is Brayshaw on the bench? No, that's not. No, it's Erasmus. I think Brayshaw's on the bench. Here's Amos. I said 150 bells in the chat. Yeah, you did as well before. Yeah, agreed. Yep. Honestly, might trade Sarong after bringing him in. Can't handle the windy tail. I'll go up to Ed Richards or something. You can go to Dawson if you don't have him. We're on 98 likes as well, so we're still 2 likes away. We've got 1:21 to get it done. So if you haven't smashed the like, please do. Let's get it done before the end of the game. Also said Jackson 140 ball, says Moonboy. Yep, yeah, you did as well. Massive quarter from Merritt then. Glad he's not my problem, says Limits. Wagner going to Voss, and Voss marks it. Bray on the bench, says Corey. That's frustrating. Brought in May, Jackson, and Vicentini this week, says Chris. Very nicely done. What the hell is Merritt doing, says Stu? I don't have Dawson. Better idea. Yeah, go Dawson next week. Yep, that could be something if you want to get really spicy. You told me Jackson was going 160. What the hell was this? Says G. Still in the G dot. There you go. So what do you got? We've got probably 30 seconds to go, or maybe 20 seconds to go once he kicks it, and if it goes through or not. Part of me hopes it doesn't, because then hopefully Johnson get a kick in. Voss, and he's missed it. So hopefully Johnson kick in here. No, Archie Roberts taking a kick in over Johnson. Yep, thanks, mate. And he's going to Archer May of all people as well. Thankfully, it didn't go to him and it went out of bounds. I don't know if Jackson, will it hurt my rankings, says Tim. Maybe, depends on how many people brought him in, Tim. Got 10 seconds to go from here. Handball for Jackson. Jackson continues to keep on. Keeping on. There's Roberts. Won't be enough time to get anything. And again, he just tried to go bang it long anyway. And there it is. Freo win by 39 points. I went them by 30, so nearly got it bang on. But there you go. That's the game. We got 107 likes. So appreciate the people that just did that then. So that's heaps. We got heaps of people still watching. Appreciate everyone that's tuned in. 185 for Jackson Supercoach. That's good. I got him VC there. So Sarong was so obvious, but I'm a poor coach, says Moonboy. Oh, if you are, then I am as well. So much potential, but seriously, Merritt's heading to my never again list, says Copemba. Footy Frenzy had Jackson, May, Brayshaw, Martin, but the disappointing one, Johnson on debut. Alex, 2 140s and a 104. Guess which one I VC'd? Yep, the 104. Do I take Caldwell VC, says Stan Morris. I wouldn't take it, no. 109's probably just not quite enough, unfortunately. But let's go to the scores, as we always do. So Luke Jackson top scoring with a 144. So I'm glad I'd end up going Bolton to him this week. Caleb Sarong with a 137 with 2 goals, 35 touches. So he just smashed again. A lot of kicks here, 24 kicks. He normally handballs it, but he was great. Jordan Clark 133 was very good as well. Luke Ryan 127. Jai Caldwell 109 was pretty good in the end. Again, he still continues to get it done. He's someone I'm definitely looking at post-buy. Brayshaw 104. It was good to see him at least still ton up, but obviously frustrating he didn't go bigger for those that VC'd him. Archie Roberts, Parrish both got 96. Parrish 20 handballs there. Nick Martin 85. Disappointing. Had a 39-point second quarter, but didn't do much else outside of that. What do we got? O'Driscoll 74. Bloody Archer May got 74 as well. That's really frustrating as someone that didn't get him this week. And I went a forward rookie. Angus Clark 66. That's okay. It's good for cash gen. I think he can still go next week because all those guys come back there, so he's not going to play in defence. Vicentini 63 is not too bad. Zach Merritt 57 is really, really bad. Shea Bolton 53. Thank God I traded. I'm so happy I did it. 1 tackle, no marks. Very happy I traded. Kako 52. Lual 46. Johnson 35. That's very, very bad. I wonder if he could go even after 1 week. He's going to be money. There's a chance he could go for some people. He's probably not. He's probably still got such a low break even. And then there we go. So that's the scores there. As someone that traded Jackson, I'm very happy and traded Bolton out. But yeah, probably could have been slightly better if I went Archer May instead for my forward rookie. So that's the frustrating bit there. What do we got? 10K brought Jackson in. Crap, where'd that go? A lot of the top 1,000 I suspect made the move. See you guys tomorrow night, says Moon Boy. Yep. Pre-lockout chat and then Watchalong probably tomorrow night. No VC on Jackson. Sad reacts only. Nicky, Joey, Caruso. Trade out Clark early this week. Hurts a little bit. Hopefully Foss gets a 60. Alex, save me, Bailey. Destroy my team tomorrow. Corey Blackledge. I had Jackson, Clark, Angus. Oh, hang on. Jackson, Jordan Clark, Angus Clark, Martin, and Cole Supercoach up to 580 before taking the captain. Very, very nicely done there. Save me, Baz. Destroy my team tomorrow, says Alex. Gene, every time I come for a watch song, I score well. Had Jacko VC, Brayshaw, Clark, Vicentini, Merritt. Well, yeah, mate, definitely come along more often. Do you think Dunkley goes to Holmes or Baz? I don't know if he can go with either, to be honest, but probably goes to Baz, but Holmes has been just as good as well, so he could go there. Kako's moved from 30s and 40s to 50s as limits. I didn't realise I have Angus Clark on filters. Corey Blackledge. Best for 3 more weeks straight trade for Gawn after his poor run. What a smash play. Jackson. Kent Hodder. Would you swap McKercher in for Philippo to get a 20-second green dot and get the Clark score on field? No, I wouldn't. Nah. The 6-6 isn't worth it. You go McKercher, definitely. It's Edge. Should I take the 74 from Archer Main, hold Petrarca instead of trading him to Darcy Bales? I would, yeah. I probably would, Edge. Yep. I wouldn't have traded Petrarca probably anyway, but I would do that. Shit, not realise Gold Coast 2 games behind. It's possible they could be equal second on the ladder, says Corey Pember. Corey Badge, I missed Jackson VC. Thought I had it on in fantasy, so have Baz VC. Yep. Cheers, Bal Cinema says limits. Thanks, mate. Catch you tomorrow. Whomever did Kako VC, risk ended predictably. Yeah, I wouldn't have done the VC on Kaka, but fair enough. But yeah. Alrighty. Well, that's probably... I almost cut it there, just because we've been live. I'm really hungry, so I want to go get some food. It's been a later watch song, so I'll probably wrap up there, but because we got the 100 likes already, so appreciate everyone that's done that. Such hard watch, not owning Sarong. Yeah, Edge agreed. But yeah, if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do. We are less than, I think are we down to 20 or are we still 21? We're down to 18. We're only 18 subscribers away from 4K. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. If you haven't gone to our Patreon yet, patreon.com/AFL Fantasy Fanatics. The link is in the description below. Captain video dropped earlier today. So if you haven't checked that out, make sure you check out the Captain's video. And yeah, as I said, if you join the Patreon, I'll be doing team reviews and stuff tonight. So if you'd like to get your team reviewed or you want guaranteed questions answered, everything like that, head over to our Patreon. Their link is in the description. I know Bailey says you were asking about that before as well. So links at the top there as well if you want to check that out. Night Bale says, Bailey, night, mate. Good night, Legends, Moon Boy. Cheers. Enjoy Porto Bales. Thanks, mate. Thanks, Bales, you legend. Enjoy them, Porto, bro. I'll be getting a Porto tomorrow night, not tonight. But yeah, I'll enjoy my dinner regardless. Yeah, as I said, thanks everyone for tuning in. And we're back tomorrow night for our pre-lockout chat, 6 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Perth time, answering all your fantasy questions ahead of lockout tomorrow night. And then we'll also be live for another watch song tomorrow night for the Brisbane and Geelong game. So looking forward to that one. Ryan Thompson is meriting out. Yeah, potentially bad score there. So, yeah, for sure. But thanks everyone for tuning in. And we'll catch you guys tomorrow for a pre-lockout chat and then our watch song tomorrow night. So thanks everyone. Have a good night. See ya.